It was a real mom moment because I think she's just like not using words correctly and like it's not Russian roulette and we just like laughed
my
like in her
God.
face. We're just like, oh, okay.
Your
And,
son is retarded.
Oh, hey,
dumb.
I love you, YouTube. Unless you have the superconducting bit, because then you lose way too much power to
Heat?
dissipation. Yeah, to heat. Proud of you.
Ethan's on this shit.
YouTube videos, baby.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Simple Man Podcast. It's your boy, Nicky Rod.
Damian Anderson.
Ethan Krellinston.
And John Papa Ioannou. I'm back.
Papa, you
Excellent.
wanna do something?
We got some upgrades, as you can see.
Mike stands.
Buy more mugs or t-shirts.
Mugs. Yeah, we're all
In
right.
debt.
We're not like homeless, but
Soon to be.
it's headed there.
Maybe. I mean, rent is due on the 1st, and I don't have rent money, so buy that so then I can have rent money.
The first seems like it'd be late. I figure you should pay.
How are the squatting rules out here? Can I squat?
Make a squat. I mean,
I can squat
every
anywhere.
gym you can go to
Squats
and
can
squat.
you do? Yeah.
It's part
I can
of
do squats in gyms.
You can squat a lot.
Who are you?
I was like walking my dog outside and they told me, hey, do you want to be on a podcast? And I said, okay, I don't know you guys, but sure, I'm free anyway. So
All right.
I don't know any of you, right?
Nope.
Well,
It's a yes and the bit, but it's going to be. Sorry, I'm evading your question.
it's okay. That's what podcasts are for.
Yeah.
Evading questions.
My name is John. I train a B team. I've been there since they opened.
Since day one. You were there before these guys were there.
You were there before I was
Especially
there.
before
Especially
he was
me.
there,
Yeah, that's why I constantly am telling him that.
Yeah. Higher belt too. You black belt,
Wow.
brown belt.
Yeah, I'm a black belt. But,
Yeah,
you
higher
know,
belt, higher
mostly
rank.
gi. Colorado, Easton, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah.
Sick. Guys, I'm watching this Kanye West documentary on Netflix,
Don't watch it.
and it is
Don't support that
crazy.
guy.
No, oh,
What's it called? What's it called?
it's called Genius,
about to read a
but
book.
Geensyus. Genius. So genius,
I got it.
but like dude, it's
Wow,
crazy.
that's fucking sick. What a sick title.
Okay, so in
Wait,
the
what's going on? Did Kanye like personally slight you? Is there like a
Oh, the
My-
Jews.
my-
you
yeah,
didn't see
my
him
people.
talk about the Jews?
Oh, right, that whole fucking thing.
Yeah, totally
Yeah.
forgot about that. Ethan was Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeezy forgot about it too. Adidas. They're working.
They're
on it
back,
again.
yeah. Yeah. Money.
But-
money.
Guys, so this documentary, it shows Kanye West before he was ever like really famous, and it's like the record labels
That's
like Rockefeller,
interesting. I would like to see
so like Jay-Z's record label, whatever, didn't want him. Like he was like basically he basically storms the office and just goes to each of like the employees and starts putting in a CD and playing the music. Yeah.
Really?
While fucking
All right.
while the guys are like, he's like trying to get everyone to listen.
They're like, no, go
They're
away.
like pretty much yeah. They're
Wow,
like it's
good,
not
honestly,
that.
good for him. That's the hustle
Yeah,
right there. Yeah.
I have a newfound respect for him, to be honest. Like
I don't.
It's good. It's good timing. Really good timing.
but like, man, it was.
Yeah, they're like,
fucking
we got to
nuts.
release something to hype him up a bit.
It was I'll take
Yeah,
some coffee.
Kanye has a lot of good ideas.
Well, he's a genius.
Yeah.
Probably
Look,
no bad ideas.
yes.
Anybody want coffee?
It's funny how that's
It's
like
too late for you guys. It doesn't mess with your sleep.
It
This
does.
Coffee.
I
coffee
don't fall
business?
asleep until like 3 a.m. now.
Are you serious?
No, a little bit.
No.
Yeah,
You want
I'm
coffee?
Serious.
No, I'm good.
135.
Good.
But
All
I
right.
need,
It's really
I need
hot.
it. I need it for the podcast. 5:40 is okay. Before 6 is okay. Anytime after 6.
Man, but for me, after 4, nah, can't.
I think it affects you negatively.
but you're sleeping or you're drinking
I'm
coffee.
awake right now.
Are
yeah,
you?
I need it for
Who knows?
for the podcast.
Yeah,
I need.
we're actually trying to
caffeine for the
incept you, and you're in a dream right now.
You trying to intercept me or
Incept.
pod. What is incept?
What's your favorite number?
Inception.
Catch me.
No?
Oh, you're intercepting my dream?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Have you seen the movie Inception?
Yeah, you're like they're kind of like in a dream / reality. It's like a
Okay, I guess you didn't.
You
Maybe
didn't really. You don't really know what's going on.
some pieces.
No, yeah, ironically,
Bits and
he like
pieces.
fell asleep through the movie.
Yeah.
That is ironic. Yeah.
That'd be. Ooh.
Is that what the movie's about? A guy falling asleep in the movie?
And they steal info from the guy in his dreams. Like,
Like-
imagine you're dreaming right now, and I'm like, hey, what's your favorite number? And also, think about your bank account, and then you might say your favorite number is your. Is that fair?
That's exactly what
Just
happened.
That's
like
basically
going
what
inside your
happened in the
mind.
movie. So then you're like, oh, my favorite number is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now he knows your favorite number.
Simple number.
It could be a code, your bank password or something.
Terrible password.
So do you guys
Well,
think there's
OPSEC.
yeah right terrible password.
Awful OPSEC.
Oh guys,
yeah,
so
definitely
I'm
not
wearing
a good
I'm wearing
password. Yeah.
glasses. I don't smoke weed, but I got kicked in the face. So it's actually not that bad
God,
right
you're
now.
hit.
But yeah, so it's going down, but we're gonna keep these on for now.
Yeah.
I need a haircut, so that's why the hat, and also it kind of looks cool.
Heard you
Little
almost beat somebody up today.
So I'm at
yeah.
I rarely. This is the first time in a while that I've gotten angry like while in the car. Like I don't really get road rage.
You got that CTE going on.
Exactly. I got hit in the head. The CTE's kicking in.
You're gonna have like combat
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Yeah. So I'm in this parking lot and there's a guy in front of me, and then I'm like behind him, and then the car directly to the right of me is in a parking spot. That guy wants to get out, so we're like stuck in this parking lot traffic. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to back up a little bit to let this guy out. Then the Tesla, which is in front of me, starts backing up to try to get into the parking spot, so I can't get into the parking spot. But there's a person behind me, and I'm like,
So you're stuck.
I'm
You're like
stuck.
sandwiched.
Yeah, I'm stuck. And I like beat the horn a little bit, being like, "Yo, stop backing up." I'm behind you. He keeps going, so I fucking honk on it a little bit more, and then he flips me off. And I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I got so angry. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? It's for a goddamn parking spot at a beer garden that we're going to. Like, we're gonna be going into the same
A
place. You
guy-
really want to fucking start
A
this
guy
shit?"
driving a Tesla and flipping you off is so funny to me. Like,
The Tesla part.
yeah, the Tesla and flipping off. It's like
Why?
He's like, I work for Elon, bitch. You can't do nothing.
It's
I should have just.
It's such a I don't know. To me, it's like if you're driving a Tesla, you're probably like a calmer person than if you're driving like a fucking like a gas
Toyota
powered
Forerunner.
yeah, the fucking Forerunner.
Unless you're doing it
I
to
don't know.
show, like some people drive Teslas just to show, like, oh, I care about the earth, but it's really not
I
that
think that's
That
the
is-
dumbest
that
shit
is
ever.
Pretty bad for the earth.
It's
as
horrible.
right?
Well, it's like-
not
it- what-
that much better.
Virtue signaling is what it's called, right? Like
What?
the whole idea that people buy Teslas. What? I mean,
I was hanging on to like a fragment of a thought, and Nikki Ryan. I called you Nikki Ryan. That's fun. Nikki Rad was that. Never mind.
he's
Hey,
like,
feel
fuck
free
this.
to use that pen whenever you want to write something down.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
He writes his name down. What is my name?
I am.
Who,
Who am I? You're not who you think you are. I saw a car crash today.
Oh,
Saw-
how
I
bad?
saw 3 yesterday.
This is
Austin's crazy.
No.
Austin's
You saw
getting
the
crazy.
crash, or you just saw the remnants of it? Like
I was at
Like you
all,
drove by
I
a-
drove by all 3 of them before the cops were there.
okay, but you saw the accident happen. That's cooler.
Saw it.
That's cool.
Saw it. He's like he wins.
All right, go on.
All right, I'll explain. So
Nigga, I was like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
I thought mine was got 3 in one day.
this is the second one that I've seen in Austin actually unfold.
Okay, so what happened?
So I'm driving on South Congress. I'm in the leftmost lane going this way, and there's cars like sort of bumper to bumper, but there's one lane that's open and there's a car approaching. And there's a car trying to turn left.
Wait, repeat this.
From which part?
I totally zoned out. No,
There's-
like,
I'm going this way, cars are going this
Okay.
way, and so I have like my view of cars going this way. And there's bumper to bumper in one lane and one lane open in the opposite direction.
okay.
And a car is going to turn left into my lane.
yes, to
right?
go across.
To go across, like a left turn across the lane.
Yeah, perpendicular.
Contradictory. Okay, so as he's going across, there's like one lane of cars that let him in, and the other car that's coming in too hot. Doesn't see that the car's about to go.
Oh.
The car peeks out. The guy slams on the brakes, skids the car, goes sideways. Boom! Shit goes flying. Fragments kind of hit my car.
Whoa,
yeah,
really?
I didn't. Nothing bad happened
It's
to
like
me.
3D reality.
It was.
Go on. It was like you're almost there. This movie. Go on.
Anyway, it was fucking crazy. Yeah, they. I don't think they were going fast enough to like. No one died. No one probably got really badly hurt. What's wrong with you?
Go on.
And yeah, just drove away, and I was like, "Whoa, shit, that was crazy."
Oh,
And that was
wow.
it.
You
Yeah.
should have said you got hurt. No, you shouldn't have said that.
I crashed into him. Ah!
You got a new car.
It's his fault. I like my car.
So bummed out about the lack of casualties, huh?
I know.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What?
That's not that.
What's wrong with you?
And next
You're an
time-
angry. You just got a lot in
Angry
your
little elf.
Yeah.
No,
An angry little.
since I got kicked, I was out of training for like 2 days, and I realized when I don't train, I have like pent up energy.
Yeah, I agree.
Really did not realize how bad I need to train every
You
day.
got to go
stay
lift
calm.
or something.
Yeah. I need a sweat.
Yeah.
I need a sweat.
I'm fighting Nathan Orchard.
That's gonna
yeah.
be stupid.
Yeah.
This is like the 4th
I
time
mean-
you beat him.
That was 4th time. I mean, hey, maybe he beats me this time.
Rob
No.
Deagle messaged me. He was
No.
like, "This one's gonna be a barn burner." I was like, "Yeah."
I hope
Only
I
the
make
4th
it.
time. he
I hope I
beats
make it a
him.
barn burner.
Do you know the story behind that?
Behind
you-
the barn burner.
No.
Like
The-
where that saying comes from?
Well, there's that. I don't know that actually. So let's
Oh.
keep that down. Barn burner.
Where does that come from?
But no. Do you know why you're fighting Nate Orchard?
Yeah,
Why?
because Ash was supposed to fight Ryan Hall.
Yeah.
Then Ryan pulled out because he got injured.
Yeah.
Then they were going to replace.
They were gonna replace Ryan, so they offered
who?
Ash Williams, Nate Orchard, and then he was like, "No, I don't want to fight Nate Orchard." And then they
Oh.
offered him you. So
Reverse.
what happened was that they offered Ash Williams, Nate Orchard. He turned down Nate Orchard. Then they were like, "All right, we'll fight Ethan." And then he was like, "No, can I fight Nate Orchard?" And then Polaris was like, "No, Ethan's gonna fight Nate Orchard." Yeah. So that's the rumor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the inside scoop.
How'd you
Inside
get?
scoop.
How'd you get this?
I have my sources. I can't burn my sources.
I can't burn my barns.
So let's go back to this. How did that come? Barn burner. It was a barn
I'm
burner.
gonna Google it. What are your guesses?
That the games in the barn were so
Fun.
long
Oh,
and so close that the barn
The
could have caught on
games?
fire. Whatever games they were playing inside the barn.
okay.
Games
Before
are being played.
before I look,
I don't know.
I'm gonna guess that like.
Definitely looked at
No, I swear to God. I swear to God.
I swear it
I
wasn't
pinky promise.
Okay.
My fingers are crossed. All right, go on.
All right. I think it's like they threw a party in a barn and it was so fucking fun that someone knocked over a torch and it set the
Burnt
thing
the
on
barn.
fire. It's a barn
Okay.
burner.
Okay, that's one hypothesis.
What do you think?
I think it's when like you have like a small town like football game.
Yeah.
But it's like it's like significant because of
Yeah,
a
'cause-
long-standing
yep.
rivalry with like an opposing town.
Sounds like you know exactly what
And there's a huge game and they win the championship and it's a small town. They've always been the underdog, right? But it's like a cinematic.
So they riot?
experience. So they're like, yeah, they riot because they're
barn
fucking
burner.
crazy.
Okay, that's a
And
good
this-
one. What do you think?
Was that the end of your thought?
No, there's more to it. Yeah, and there's a
Oh,
lot
shit.
of
Get interrupted.
I didn't realize.
there's a lot of farm
Jesus.
animals in the barn before they
Okay.
set it on fire because you need to maximize like the number of sacrifices to the football
this
gods.
fucking guy.
Because they're like, shit, we just won. We got to give like a
An offering to the gods.
commensurate sacrifice to the football gods. I think it's polytheistic. Anyway, so the end.
All right. Okay.
At the end period.
That
Okay.
makes a little bit of sense.
Thank
so,
you.
Yeah. So you're saying they awesome games. They're burning the barn as a sacrifice to the football god.
Okay. What do you think?
Gods.
Please.
What's the question?
Who am I?
He's like, that makes sense. What are we talking about?
Yeah, that makes sense.
How they come up with a barn burner?
Barn burner.
You know the barn burner
the
slang,
name?
like the
Yeah.
term. What's
Like,
the
oh, it's a
origin?
barn burner.
Yeah.
I guess when we talk about barn burner, we think it's like an action-packed, long duration event. So maybe I don't know. They had a barn caught on fire and it burned real slow.
is it?
All right. We are.
They had enough time to remove the
No,
animals.
the truth is gonna be something really stupid.
What did you just
like
say?
Some
What did
sports
you-
announcer
They
was
had
like, I like how
time
that
to-
sounds.
I
Take
had-
the animals out?
No, I said they're having. I said the barn caught on fire and it was burning real slow, and they had enough time to remove the animals.
Okay. What do you think?
Hmm.
Oh, what do you know?
You're like,
According to dictionary.com, okay, where does barn burner come from? The word barn burner dates back to the 1800s. It was originally and is still primarily used in the U.S. It's a reference to a story about a farmer whose method to get rid of the rats that infested his barn was burning down the barn entirely.
That's pretty close. That's pretty
That's
close.
what it is. What does that have to do with like games?
I
then?
don't know.
Damn.
Oh, because the rats and farms. You ever watch the?
Get some cats.
You ever watch the? They have like little.
Or terriers.
Yeah,
Seems
they-
like a bad
Terrier-
way to like.
Is that what
get
you're
rid
talking
of a
about?
problem.
Terriers?
Yeah, they get like little
Bro.
terriers
Oh,
to
yeah.
hunt
Savages.
the rats.
Yeah, seen the
It's-
videos?
It's
When
like a
they, like-
game.
Dude, the
It's
videos
a long
are
game.
pretty crazy. They take like a little tractor because like they have like nests essentially underneath,
yeah.
and then they fucking scoop out, and then there's like hundreds of these rats just like come running out. and
dogs
then,
catching
like
them.
8 or 10 terriers just fucking come and rip up all these fucking.
Those
rats.
terriers live for that.
Bro, I had
They're,
2
like,
terriers.
So excited for the rat.
They
day.
loved. I had 2 terriers growing up, and they would go fucking nuts if they saw a squirrel, rabbit. Like they would try to chase
Sick.
and kill.
My dog
anything.
growing up used to kill squirrels, bring them back to us. Yeah.
Fucking, and like they're
Is that
savages.
a brain?
No, that's a doodle. It could be a brain.
Looks like a brain.
John, how do you like train at B team? How's your experience been?
I like it.
Right.
that what you're
Tell
supposed-
them how much you like it.
Say it
Yeah.
again.
You have a real gun. You can.
Yes, I do. I was gonna say don't say that, but I'm like, what does it matter?
Yeah, my mom was telling me a story in front of with me and my girlfriend. She was saying that she had a friend whose teenage son injured himself playing Russian roulette with his friends.
What
We,
the fuck?
What? There's only one injury.
Why do you say that?
death.
Why?
it was
in
a
the
real,
foot,
it was a
maybe.
real mom moment because I think she's just like not using words correctly and like it's not Russian roulette and we just like
Oh
laughed
my
like in her
God.
face. We're just like, oh, okay.
Your
And,
son is retarded. Oh,
Oh, hey,
dumb.
I love you, YouTube.
thank you, bro.
Yeah, so
Monetized.
you know, and she got upset that we were laughing at her, but it was like you just said a crazy thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Like imagine
Yeah.
the parents who are like, oh yeah, my teenage son. Well,
That's
sadly he
insane.
passed
Did you
playing
did you ever see the video
Real
of the guy that
barn
played
burner.
Russian roulette with his friend? Right, shot himself in the foot, went to the hospital. They played it again, and he got shot in the foot again. Like playing Russian
What are
roulette.
the
they-
chances?
Yeah. What?
1 in 5?
Yeah, easily
Yeah.
computable. Like
Well, I
easily
think 1 in
calculable.
6.
Yeah,
1 in
6.
6.
Well, there's
Are
2
there,
feet,
like,
so
Yeah.
By 6 bullets.
What does that matter?
Yeah, if I was
Got the
six-
count.
Actually, no. It's not. It's 2 and 36.
Yeah, this is
Oh no, one
No,
in
you're
36.
playing
1 in
with a
36.
revolver.
It's 1 in
Depends on
36
how you play.
chance.
Playing with a
playing with-
revolver.
Brother, no,
Well,
but
he's
to
saying
get
two,
to
so you
get
have to
shot
multiply
twice.
it.
It's actually
shoot
1 in
twice.
36.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's 1 in 36 chance to actually get shot twice.
How is there 1 in 36?
Because
Because
it's
it's
1
1/6
6
twice.
times 1/6.
Wait. Okay, say it.
it's
Say everything
one
again.
out of 6 times 1 out of 6.
Okay.
assuming
All right, got it.
assuming no foul play.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Is it times or is it plus? It would be 2
It's
out of 12.
It's times. It's times.
It's times.
times. All right.
You need it
I'm not gonna argue here.
because it's a more specific set of information. It's a
Each time you
it's-
do it, it resets the odds. I don't know
You're
if
not-
that
you-
actually helps identify whether it's true or not.
You didn't think
you
about
add when you want or probabilities when you chaining or statements
Orcs.
like this or this happening or this happening, then it's additive.
But together it's multiplied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah.
Okay.
He's like, oh, you guys are dumb. Fucking idiots.
Fucking idiots. Let me just Google that real quick.
The Simple Man podcast. Okay, guys. So Sean O'Malley's fighting
Oh, wow.
Aljamain Sterling in August. Do you guys have an opinion on
Wow.
that?
All right.
Any thoughts?
Option 1. I don't know which one is more likely. Option 1.
Well, times it. It's 1 in 36 chance.
Okay. Option 1.
Unless he's doing or.
Yeah, are they playing Russian roulette? I got that one.
Option 1, that guy gets shot in the foot again. Option 2, O'Malley gets just ragdolled around the cage. Option 3, Aljamain gets clipped up and KO'd. But I think it's gonna be super mega entertaining, and I don't know. I think Aljo has the edge, right? Mm-hmm. For sure.
I think Sean O'Malley's going to be an underdog.
Who do you
Yeah, I
think has the
think so.
better hands?
O'Malley does.
For sure,
I think.
by far, yeah.
By far,
I think,
yeah?
I think by far enough so that it's like Aljo really has to be careful. He has to grapple him and keep it close.
What are your
and-
thoughts on this, Sean?
I think Aljo chokes him out in the first round.
Oh, yeah.
Could be
A
that.
bold statement,
Dude, he took down an Olympic
He did,
champion
Yeah.
multiple
Yeah.
times. That's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Now,
I've trained with him a few times.
Aljo?
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
super
At Vanguard.
fucking good.
Shout out to Jason Rao.
Sick.
Nice. Yeah,
Jason's
yeah,
on
Vanguard.
the Polaris card.
Oh, who is he fighting?
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but
Fucking sick,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I know.
Sick. You don't know who he's fighting? Jed Yu is fighting Shashinsky.
wow, that's
Mateus?
interesting.
2 leg lockers.
That's
is Jed
tough.
Yu known as a leg locker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
Jed,
Jed
yeah.
is?
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
that's what
Oh
he does.
shit, I didn't realize that.
When he was at B-Team, is all he did.
Yeah,
Leg
did you train
locks.
with him when he was here?
Yeah, I didn't.
Goes for legs.
Yes, he does.
Not to ruin his game plan, but
I think they probably
Well,
watch.
2 leg
I think they
lockers.
know. Yeah.
I would not want to play legs with Shashinsky.
I mean, but
Like,
does
say you
he-
fight him, like
he only
double
has a
scoop,
straight.
double scoop, go for a pass.
I think he only has a straight ankle though. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
fucking nasty one for
It's a
sure.
It's
nasty
a
one.
nasty one, and it plays in like we were saying before. Like having that good of an ankle lock game makes your guard really good because you're harder to pass because you can't just step
You can't.
into
Yeah, you
a-
can't just like normal high step.
Yeah,
anymore.
you
It's
can't
like-
normal high step. You can't really flow pass. You gotta like
It's better to like body lock pass or double
body
scoop.
lock. Yeah,
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
he so he fought Will Tackett in ADCC, broke his leg, but there was he fractured his tibia
Oh my god,
with that fucking straight ankle lock.
that is
Yep.
one strong
Will,
Polish guy.
Will fucking got his tibia fractured.
by Mateus.
By Mateus.
ADCC.
Yeah, man.
Who'd Mateus face next?
He lost to
77, right?
who the fuck did he fight? I don't
know.
I don't remember.
77. That's Rotolo's weight class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a
don't
woman back in
remember.
Colorado. I know a woman who once she fractured her own wrist going for an ankle lock.
No, she has fragile bones.
She's really strong on one
And an
side.
insane pain tolerance. It was such a loud crack.
Whoa. Well, do you? Oh, man, I don't know, but I don't want to know. But like, do you think like right before your like forearm is about to break, do you feel?
Nah,
Do you
I think
feel
you
the
feel
pain? It just like
I think
snaps?
for sure you feel some pain, but it goes from like normal pain to completely.
Because
Oh,
how are you
yeah,
supposed to
it's-
feel the,
yeah.
the stress? Like ligaments, they're like somewhat soft, so it's like you can feel the
There's
pressure
a bit
before.
of a build where you're like danger.
Oh, this is power. Yeah, yeah.
There's no
Oh, this is
nerves in the
power.
bone.
Power. What?
no nerves in the bone.
There's nerves in the bone.
Nah,
I don't know
think-
enough to weigh in.
I don't think
They're
there's nerves
not-
in the bone. Is there nerves in the bone?
Are there nerves?
I am a doctor.
Is there? You tell me.
Is them's
You're not
nerves in the
MD, right?
bones?
There be nerves in the
There
bone.
be nerves in the bones.
Them been nerves,
We're
them been
making 'em
nerves
dumb.
and them burns.
I feel
No, I don't think so. No. Blood, I mean, no. With bone marrow and like white cell production, I think it's just like some capillaries.
Capillaries, probably no nerves, right?
This is not
I-
true. They
yeah,
have
these guys-
cells, nerves, blood vessels, and pain receptors.
Fuck.
In the bone.
In the bone.
This guy's supposed to be a
God, that's
doctor.
bullshit.
You're full of shit.
Well, I've been eating a lot of bone marrow.
Then why?
I haven't seen any.
Why would when
see
you
any-
break a bone? Why would it not hurt? Or why would it hurt if there's no nerves?
Well, I'm just saying that I think when you're applying pressure, there's a certain amount of pain where you feel the pain, but then it goes from like think about your brother's when he broke his knee. It wasn't that much pain, but then there's a break.
But that's
It
not a
was-
bone.
Well, it was in between the bones.
I do.
ACL,
There,
right?
there is. Yeah, ACL. Yeah. But look, I do definitely think that it's a like you're saying, like it's a gradual. Like you're gonna feel pain because there's pain receptors everywhere. You're gonna feel the pain, but it's not like the pain of breaking a bone is linear like that. It's probably like pain, and then you break it, and
Yeah.
it's like extreme pain. For
That's
sure.
what I was trying to say. It was linear.
No, it's not linear. Not
non-linear.
linear.
Fucking up. It's okay. We got you. No, it's non-linear.
If
It's,
it were
yeah.
linear, then you'd be
That-
easy to anticipate the break.
Yes.
Because it would just be like very predictable.
halfway all along
see,
that
I
line,
see.
you'd be like, no.
So it's like
less pain.
it'd be more like a parabola.
Brother. Brother.
No, I'm saying no. Non.
It
You,
started with extreme pain.
you have to have something that's
Right, inverse.
continuous. You have to have something that's continuous, but then is like
It's a
jumps.
Yeah.
yeah.
very,
it's
very
gradual
fast.
with a
It's like-
sudden spike.
So non-differentiable
Yeah.
for all my calculus heads out there. Hey, what's up?
Not non-differential.
There's
Non-differentiable.
no difference.
You do Divvy Qs?
Yeah, dude. I was in physics.
Man. Holy shit.
Partial
Was that like
differential
Sudoku?
equations. I got
And you remember how to do all this shit? What's the
not
quadratic
like
formula?
quadratic formula.
Yeah, tell me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, that's fine. Come on. No, I mean it's like
four
you
parts
can
to it.
say it, but it's fucking
Say it.
negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
Wow. Good job.
Did you
Equals
just have a
what?
seizure?
No, it was a mild
language?
stroke and
His nose starts bleeding.
the cute smell of toast.
Wow.
I'm good though. Who's making
job.
toast?
We are.
We keep toast ready.
Milk toast.
No, but like quadratic, yeah, that's like one thing. If you ask me like the what is it? The not kinetic. There's the tertiary formula. Yeah, it's like the
That's less than quadratic.
oh no, the cubic root formula.
Ooh,
Because
no.
it's exactly solvable polynomials. So quadratic is second order polynomial, right?
Go
Cubic
on.
is when you have something to the power of 3, like x cubed
That I know.
plus x squared plus x.
That I actually.
And there's a quartic power of 4, quintic power of 5. It turns out all polynomials out of higher order are not exactly solvable. So you can solve for the roots for those first 5. And then it's not
Oh, you can. Okay.
Interesting. Ah, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
solve for the roots. Trees have roots. Other plants.
If anyone else wants to know more about this, look up Galois theory.
Gallo. Yeah.
Galois.
Galois.
This crazy French mathematician who died when he was like 22 or some shit in a duel.
In a
That's
duel,
his
like,
duel.
like
Yeah.
pistol duel.
Yeah.
Or a pistol
Yeah.
or swords?
Pistol.
Pistol?
Well, I think pistol. It was like 1830s, 1840s in France.
Wow.
And the night before the duel, he was like, "Ah, fuck, I'm not that good at this whole like killing thing." So he wrote down like pages of math. And it took him like decades for other people to like parse through and be like, "Holy shit, this kid
wow.
was
Was a
way ahead of
genius.
his time." Yeah.
Holy shit.
There's like really cool. I mean, okay, cool. I say cool in my
No, that's fucking cool.
I-
very liberal.
How do you feel about the levels of math that are taught in like high school setting? Like, is it too much? Is it too little?
I think that calculus should not be on this like pedestal of like the highest math you could attain. And like, I went to public high school, New York. It's like pretty well funded in New York, but still.
Oh
we
wow,
only
what
had-
where'd you grow up in New York?
I think we've been through this, but I think Long Island.
Long Island. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
South
not really
Shore.
New York.
So I was like pretty close to East Meadow, to like Matt Sarah's first gym.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like I'm getting away from this mic. I'm going to carry it to
Yeah,
me.
do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
What the hell are we talking about? Math?
Should it be taught in school?
School? Yeah, like calculus can be taught in very conceptual terms at a young age because it's like rates of change, like differences. So you should, yeah, like when you're driving, like what does a constant speed mean? What does a constant acceleration mean? What does a constant position mean? Like these are all like entryways to like learning conceptually what calculus is like actually.
Well, isn't
about.
isn't that why, like, because it like all kind of builds up on each other. Like, isn't that what, like, you're gonna have to know, like, technically you're gonna have to know algebra before you do calculus, right? Or
Sure.
at least conceptually
Yeah.
you don't have to, but like to actually do
Yeah.
like a calculus problem, you're gonna have to know some algebra. So you're
Yeah.
gonna have to do algebra before. No.
Sure.
What do you think?
Yeah, you probably will do algebra before, but you could also learn the concepts.
The concepts
of
way
calculus
earlier.
Way earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
So-
Not without like not like taking derivatives and like solving
Yeah,
integrals.
yeah.
But you can just like learn the basics.
The actual and yeah.
of
the
just
actual
like
concept.
kinematics.
I get it. I get,
just
I get it.
motion.
I get it too.
What do you guys think? School curriculum. I mean, like, I took calc in high school, but I don't use it at all, and I would much rather learn like
How to pay my taxes.
how to do taxes or like how to fucking invest properly. I took one personal finance class, and that was an elective in my school, and it's like I think that was a super powerful class, but it's like I think those types of programs or classes in school are way more valuable to me than
I feel
than
like
fucking I
it's
don't know.
like an entire society of people. Like there has to be some group that are masters or that are gonna really like master mathematics, for example. So like if you start them young in a school, that's probably the best bet. Like if you just teach everyone just like the basic life skills, that's great, but there has to be some kind of like expertise beginning section.
Actually, I guess I go back on
You know?
what I was saying because actually you have like China, right? They're like super big into the STEM fields that are
Yeah,
like,
and they're
maybe they're way better than
I
us.
think it's on the parents to teach the kids that stuff. Is that
fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach my kids how to pay taxes. Like as soon as you can figure it out, I'm going to be like, hey, this is going to be important, and you got to
Okay,
start
here.
learning it.
What about this?
My
So
kids are
like,
gonna hate me.
not all parents know how to invest properly. What if like you teach kids like, oh, as soon as you fucking get a job or as soon as you turn 21, open up a fucking Roth IRA or like start an investment portfolio early on and just throw fucking some money in there like every time you get paid. Like there are like these concepts that like I feel a lot of people understand, but because they did their own research versus like I think that you could tell kids that and they'll be way better off.
At a certain age, and if they're receptive to it, yeah, they'll understand that. And in school, they'll start to like pan out where they're gonna head in their career. They're not going to be an expert in paying taxes. They're going to be an expert in whatever the fuck they want. They can throw their life away like us. They could not throw their life away like this guy.
He's like, I'm surrounded by imbeciles.
Yeah,
No.
this is simultaneously the dumbest I've ever felt and the smartest you will ever feel, viewer. This is it. This is the peak and the trough. Linear.
No, it'd be, like the peak and the trough. Yeah, like a superposition of states. Quantum.
Superposition.
Artificial
Quantum mechanics. Do you deal
binary.
with quantum mechanics? No.
In like everyday life.
Well, I guess we all do theoretically,
Well,
but like with your work.
0 and a 1. 0 and a 1 at the same time.
That's
what do you
where I'll
think?
tip my glasses. If I was
Wait.
what?
No, do you
Zero
deal with
and a one
AI
at
or you
the
deal with
same
quantum
time.
mechanics? What you deal with something that I was like, that's so fucking cool. But those two,
I do.
are the only cool things.
Professionally, I deal with machine learning, but I used to
Oh.
do physics, and I originally was doing atomic theory. So yeah, I was doing quantum theory.
All right, give us the update on quantum computers.
What's
Quantum
the
computers?
latest
Yeah.
news?
Well, quantum computing is supposed to be like the next biggest thing now. It's supposed to like
Yeah.
change everything.
0, 1, same time.
Well,
Yes.
that's
Nice.
a superposition.
Yeah.
Is that the
That-
gist?
that's
Yeah, dude, you
superposition.
fucking nailed it.
I nailed it.
So lost.
Wait. So What's going on with this?
We're gonna get Nicky Rod to understand this right now.
Fucking
Fuck,
medulla
we don't
hurts.
understand.
So
this.
like, okay, right?
Yeah, I don't understand.
So with classical computing, where you have like zeros and ones and like transistors and
yeah,
such.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, no, I'm serious. They have to go down all the.
He
the
has
zero
to
and ones.
understand.
Yeah. So
That's
there's
why it
like
takes
there's something
longer.
called like Moore's law, which is like
What is
tells
that?
you
Moores.
Moores.
Yeah, I learned this before. I forgot
Yeah,
what it
and it's basically that
me.
like technological progress roughly is like it's like computing speed, I think, like computing power roughly doubles every 7 years.
Okay. This is This is why our technology is supposed to be like super far advanced in like fucking 50 years as opposed to now, right? It's like
guess
exponentially
exponential
growing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
doubling
yeah.
every yeah.
Okay.
And this seems to happen like historically, and it's
Yeah.
always due to and like every time they're predicting like, oh no, we're going to come to the end of it. There's some technological breakthrough, and then it just keeps going.
Yeah.
But there is like a limit to building processors, right? So like the main the processors for all computers and everything, like microprocessors, AMD, whatever, Intel. And so like they're so small now, like they're doing these like they have like transistors that are 2 nanometers. That's like the latest, and I don't think that technology is it's not commercialized yet. But that's like once you get down to that many nanometers, like there's like quantum effects.
Well, isn't that the whole thing? Was that like it's so small? It's supposed to be like it measures like where the electron is, right? And that like that's supposed to be what quantum computing is.
Because the electron is in a cloud of space, it's never in one spot.
Well, it's
or
like
something.
I
So
know.
quantum computing takes advantage of quantum superposition, and the
Zero and
superposition is when you have like many quantum states
yeah.
at once, and when you make a measurement, they will
Then that snaps
collapse and
everything
you
into
get
place.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, understood.
And the probability of observing something is like you can calculate it as like you can calculate a probability distributions, but you cannot say for sure. Oh, this is going to happen now.
Right there.
Yeah.
So
Like this is what we're going to observe.
So are those nanometer ones, like the tiny ones? That's now
That's
quantum computing.
that's
or not
classical. So no,
Oh,
quantum
okay,
computing
okay.
is a completely different. You can't use transistors.
yet?
You
You
have
use
to
like an atom, no?
There's many implementations. Yeah. So you can use 2-state atoms. So that's like an atom that
Fucking
has
hell.
2 accessible, like where you like coerce it into a mixture of 2 states, and those states can correspond to like the vibrational modes of a molecule or like or like electron orbitals, like where the electrons are
It's gonna be.
like what states they're in. Yeah, or they can do something called like these. It's like diamond vacancies, like nitrogen vacancies in diamonds or something. It's like they're like these defects in the structure of a diamond, and then those can even be manipulated as qubits. And there's like it's crazy, and they're making progress all the time. And in scaling up, the problem is like
It's like unstable, right?
it's really hard to sustain the quantum coherence
Yeah.
of having that superposition of states. That's a quantum
Yeah.
phenomenon. That's something that we do not observe in our macroscopic reality of like everything, everyday reality at this size and energy and mass.
When you get that small, it gets
Yeah,
quantum.
There's like that quantum fuzziness and uncertainty, and so like temperature acts as noise. That's why everything has to be like super ultra cold, right? To like observe pure quantum
What do
effects.
you mean Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Because it's like vibrations. He's saying.
Yeah,
Could be
so
like-
temperature-
Oh, I
is-
see. Okay.
Yeah.
When the molecules are vibrating, it's
Yeah.
like sound.
That
essentially.
causes like what's called decoherence. It like basically like
Decoherence.
swamps out like the memory of like
Wow.
where the particle has been, like what state
Wow.
it's been. Yeah, that's why everything is
Wow.
like super cold. Like when they first observed these novel states of matter, like the Bose-Einstein condensate in like the mid '90s, it's like it's a unique form of matter that Einstein and others predicted. Yeah, I can.
You said a unique form of matter that Einstein predicted. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, so quantum material operates at a different statistical physics as the
exactly
rest.
what is quantum material?
I guess quantum
He's like,
systems.
stupid.
No, because I'm laughing at my own inarticulation.
Yeah. So are we.
No, quantum material is like a wrong thing to say, but a quantum system.
Quantum system. Oh,
Yeah.
Same question for that. What is quantum system?
I thought that was self-explanatory. I was like, quantum system. That'll shut everything down. What the hell am I saying? I'm getting lost.
What is a
on-
quantum system?
Oh, so like, yeah, this would be like you have like a single atom and like a laser that's tuned to a specific frequency, and everything's cold, so there's not much like it's not jostling around.
Yeah.
It's like trapped. It's very observable, and it's interacting with a laser in a like a well predicted.
What was
way.
like the first?
That's like a quantum
What was the
system.
first kind of atom that was like studied?
first atom that was studied?
Yeah.
I mean, like without knowing about atoms, because they didn't know about atoms until the late 1800s.
So how did they even get to study? What was the point of studying it? What are they getting from it?
From which?
From studying atoms.
Well, we got the end of World War II.
From studying
atom
atoms.
bomb.
Yeah.
The atom. Oh. Yeah.
There's a movie.
I mean,
coming out,
sort of.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It was like
But
nuclear.
that probably
physics.
was that the goal of them studying it?
Oh yeah, in the 1880s, they're like, someday we're gonna make a fucking crazy weapon, and then we're gonna launch it on the Japanese.
Oh, really? Yeah, well.
That's what. No,
The 1880s, they started like experimenting with atomic.
No.
That's
no,
when they
no,
started
no.
studying
That's before quantum mechanics.
Okay.
It's just like
Quantum
they were,
mechanics is like new. That's
it's like in like 1905 ish.
oh, I didn't even realize
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
long ago.
But it was like it's like you don't know what you don't know until you reach a certain point. And that's kind of what happened in physics. Because there were various anomalies and issues with like studying electromagnetic radiation, which is essentially a quantum thing, but it's light, But yeah,
That
it
double slit experiment thing.
Yeah,
Is that like
yeah.
a big?
That's
what is
fucking nuts, man.
Please
Yeah.
elaborate. Double split.
double
s-
slit.
Okay,
double
can
slit
I
too
try
slim.
to explain it?
Give it a
I don't
shot.
even know. Like, so
you gotta
basically,
try it?
I'm gonna try. I
Give it a
remember
you got-
learning about this in physics, but we have an actual
Yeah.
physicist, so he'll fucking correct me. So like, you shoot light through, we'll say like horizontal slits, right? And then if you put a paper behind it, it shows the horizontal slits, right?
This is a good
Oh,
time
wait.
to get smoke a
Fuck.
joint.
It's gonna be hard to. Yeah, this is a good, really good segue.
But now, if you
Me? No, I'm good, man. Thanks.
is it now when you do vertical splits, is that when it's black or? ah, fuck,
Okay,
never mind.
I'm gonna.
'Cause it's
take-
like-
I'm gonna take a whack at it.
Okay,
when
this is
you're-
what polarization
Dude, it's
of,
so much.
of
It's like better podcasting though to have like everybody like say what they think it is.
Yeah, it's great.
Try to say. I
It's kind
forget.
of like,
I
Okay,
forget.
okay. So again,
Balderdash
I'm
game
gonna
they were playing.
just
Well, this
give
is
it a try.
is this not what polarization of sunglasses are essentially? That's like that's using the double split like idea, right?
It-
Kind of.
It is like it's it's different because
Okay,
there's a total classical way to explain like light polarization.
Okay,
you
okay.
don't have to resort to quantum mechanics.
Okay. Well, what is the double split?
Well, okay, so the double slit experiment, double slit, basically, correct me. Anytime I'm wrong, just say no. Just say no. Okay,
Have
it
dude. You're spitting gold.
knowledge.
Go to college.
Knowledge. Okay, so it basically demonstrated how light can act as a particle and a wave. Right or wrong?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So if you were to place two like a little thing of paper or whatever in water, and you put two slits in it, and you bounce a ball, okay, and you make waves.
I didn't know what this was.
Yeah, no, go.
Yeah,
Go.
Okay, if you bounce the ball on this side, it'll create waves, right? And then the waves pass through the two slits in a wave
Oh, in a
pattern.
wave thing.
But the waves cancel out over here and here because
Dude, what a callback, huh?
Right?
Peaks and the troughs. That's how this whole
the
thing
peaks and
started.
troughs, peaks and troughs.
That's
right? They
that's some
cancel
sweet
each other
full
out
circle shit.
in
I want
this
you to
li-
appreciate that.
Thank you. See, my guy.
Okay, go on.
So they cancel each other out in this like pattern. Okay, so that means it's a wave. When they cancel each other out in that pattern, it's a wave. Okay. Particles, however, let's say you were to do that with like a bunch of little particles of sand.
pellets,
Okay,
yeah.
just pellets. They wouldn't create like a wave thing like that. They would just create two slits, right? Light acts in both ways.
Keep going.
So
Go on.
fuck. Okay, this is where it gets a little fuzzy.
Yeah, so there's like I get like you're largely correct. Like it's not.
Oh, good
You're not
job,
saying
good
anything that's
job.
like complete nonsense or embarrassing.
You know
yet.
yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Oh,
there, then.
Veritasium or
Veritasium. Veritasium. You know
I
that YouTube
forget.
channel?
I love
Oh,
that
yeah.
YouTube
Isn't
video.
that like a PBS?
No, it's
No,
it's
it's
a bullshit.
not.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Vsauce.
No, Vsauce. Michael here. That's
I like Vsauce
Yeah,
too.
Vsauce is cool too,
Vsauce
yeah.
Veritasium. I don't know the guy's name, but
Veritasium. Anyway,
Good
sick,
YouTube.
really
Yeah,
good
yeah,
YouTuber,
cool
and
YouTube channel.
that's where I learned this.
that's where I learned
thing.
a lot of stuff.
I
too.
guess I got to rewatch that video because I didn't retain enough information.
Okay.
All right, take it away.
This is an excellent PBS one. I can't remember what it's called right now. Good. That's a good thing to talk about on a podcast. You're recording.
Wait,
I don't
what-
remember
what-
enough to follow the story, but I'm gonna do it nonetheless.
What is the thing though? What is the double slit?
Okay, yeah. So that like so light and particles operate. They have wave-like properties and particle-like properties, and so the famous example is with like light.
Yeah.
Is that you have two slits and you send like a beam of light, and on the and then you have like a photographic plate behind it
To track
and
where the light lands,
and you see
right?
where like the exposures are. So that gives
Yeah.
you like a sense of like the probability distribution of like where that light is hitting after the two slits. And if you do this, you'll get interference patterns because of the wave-like property, right?
So do you see how it's crazy? Light is behaving like two different things, like a wave as if it was water,
Well, it gets crazier.
and like particles as if it was like pellets,
There's
like
another.
that.
There's another.
So,
And
slit.
then there's-
okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's
the
like
second
there's like
part.
modifications you do that show like that are really interesting, right? So now, say now you have the double slit experiment, but you put like a what's called like you put like an observation thing, like a detector, like a photon detector.
This I never really understood.
Yeah,
Once you observe it, it changes.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you put on like just for the sake of this thought experiment, you just have a device that's able to tell you whether or not light is leaving one of the slits,
Like a camera.
right? Like a camera, yeah. And so you
Leaving
know,
one of the slits. So
there's two slits.
Yep.
Then you
so
can put
like
a detector.
like you have a light shining a piece of paper
With two little
with
holes.
two little slits.
Yeah,
in it,
yeah.
And then okay.
Yeah, and so
continue.
from those slits, you have like the light is being like diffracted from each slit,
and
which
it's
means
not it's not
spread.
you doing it.
Just
No,
going
no,
through,
just from the
going
slits,
through.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Light is being diffracted, and since there's a space apart these two slits,
Mm-hmm.
then when the waves combine, they're at different amplitude. They're at different phases of their wave, which the phase just describes like where along the wave you're at.
Yeah.
And so sometimes peaks line up with peaks, and you get really bright peaks, bright spots. Other times the peaks line up with the troughs, and they cancel out, and you get like no.
So you get
light.
like a pattern of
So you get
darkness and
interference
really
bands.
brightness. Yeah.
Right now, if you put a detector and you can say for sure like whether light is leaving one of there's a stipulation, right? Like you can lower the intensity of the laser until there's one photon going at a time. Like you don't have a beam. Now it's one photon. So you know they're particles of light.
Yeah.
So one photon at a time is going through because you have such a low power.
Is one photon considered the smallest amount of light you could?
Yeah, it's the indivisible
unit of light.
quantum of light. Like that's literally where quantum even comes from. It's like the indivisible like unit,
Okay.
right? So if you do this and you don't observe anything, you don't know which slit it's going through, and you just run it long enough until you accumulate a lot of photons on the other side, you still get interference patterns.
You get a wave.
That's the weird.
Even with one.
Even with one at a time.
Why is that weird?
Oh.
So it's weird
that is
because previously our explanation relied on having two beams of light.
Multiple photons of light.
Yeah,
bump
with
into-
waves interfering
yeah.
in constructive interference or destructive interference, and that's like peaks and
yes,
troughs.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So one photon at a time, what is it interfering with?
So does that mean just a photon's alive? does
It should just
Yeah.
go straight through.
Does this photon have?
I'm
a spirit?
glad you struck on it immediately. I am a panpsychic, and the photon is alive, and it's making a conscious decision. No, I don't know. I mean, I do know. No,
Definitely know you're.
no, it's not alive. No.
All right. So why is it having this reaction?
Right. So that's something that like you can't explain unless you resort to quantum mechanics, right? And so
Did they figure it out, or
yeah, so one of the best explanations I like is what's called the Feynman interpretation. So it's kind of open to interpretation, right?
sure,
So
Drew.
quantum mechanics has like a meta theory, which is like meta, it's like higher up, like more abstract, and that's like how do you interpret quantum mechanics? And that's like a huge debate still. And there's actually like little consensus. Like there's like some fringe things that are rising. Anyway, so like anyone that says they truly understand quantum mechanics is like full of shit because like we still don't know like the interpretation of it. Like we have this very ad hoc kind of shit of just calculate and shut up because like we can calculate things.
Yeah.
That's good enough for a lot of things. But then you're like, why is it doing that? And it's like, well,
no one fucking knows?
it's like fuck off. But what's crazy what's going on with the photons is like they are actually interfering with themselves, even though they're just like particles.
How?
And it's because as it travels and it's unobserved, it's in a superposition of states. It didn't take. We're thinking it classically. We're like, oh, the photon like it went this way, went into the first slit, and then it hit the photographic plate. That's not what happens though. It actually takes every possible path. And the probability
time.
at the same time, and the
Can't be.
yeah, and we know what the probability.
So you're saying one photon isn't just like, oh, I'm going to go straight through the slit.
It's not like throwing
I'm gonna
a ball.
I'm going to try to go left, right, up, down, all
It's
around.
just-
this
It goes
slit.
through. It goes through both slits at the same. Yeah, it goes through both slits, and then it interferes with itself, even if it's one particle.
Even one particle. And can you physically see one particle with like
Yeah.
one particle of light? Yeah.
What?
You
know
can
what I mean?
you can detect single
Single
photons
photons.
with like
The-
very.
You're
yeah.
saying with the
machine-
naked eye.
With a naked eye.
No.
No. They have machines that
just
detect
so
it.
I can give like a simple man reference, like a normal light, not this, but normal light from the ceiling. How many photons in like a one light bulb?
Ooh. I think you'd have to use the Stefan Boltzmann equation, which is like I'd have to know the temperature of it, of that filament when it's burning,
Yeah.
and then it's like T to the fourth, and that will give you like a power, and then you have to use like it'll be I mean, you could do it. Just
Yeah. I
normally,
mean, would it be
yeah.
something like thousands, millions?
No, this would be like uncountable. No, I mean not uncountable, but it would be like far beyond any of our
far beyond
intuition.
that,
Like something like
Kajillion.
10 to the like 15 plus.
Do you know
like,
what's
much
the
more?
what's
Google-
the
Googleplex.
littlest amount of atoms that we could see? I mean, not atoms,
This-
photons that we could see. Like that. What's like? I
Wait,
feel like
the smallest
least
amount?
amount of light that you could with that one.
Oh, that
the
you
eye
can
could
detect?
Possibly detect. Yeah.
But it goes by time, right? It's also time.
It's light and time.
I don't know, man. What the smallest amount of light?
That you could. Am I asking the question wrong?
Well,
No,
to detect light itself,
you're
it has to be
talking-
in the visible wavelength. So you're kind of like limited.
So not all lights are in the visible wavelength.
No, there's a whole
Like
the
heat?
electromagnetic spectrum.
Like heat's considered light.
yeah.
infrared,
infrared, yeah.
infrared,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
microwave, radio wave. Then
It's
the
all
other-
considered light.
X-ray.
it's all light. It's the same thing.
But is it all considered heat or it's all considered light?
No,
Infrared
it's light.
It's light.
It's light.
What's the difference between heat and light?
Well, heat is energy.
Heat is energy.
Yeah.
But light's not energy.
No, but it carries energy.
So it's like a.
Is infrared just a higher frequency?
I think it's lower.
Lower.
So
lower.
Oh,
energy.
it's lower.
Longer
Oh.
wavelength, lower frequency.
So why is it hot? Why is heat hot? Because
Well, no, heat isn't okay. The reason, okay, yeah. So the only, yeah. So it's not infrared is not synonymous with like heat or anything.
Oh,
the way
really?
we think about it as
I
heat is
didn't know
because our body temperature happens to emit infrared.
I thought I completely thought that all heat is infrared.
No,
light.
no,
so
that's
did
just
I.
that's just at our
Yeah.
temperatures.
Wait. But
Really?
everything that's hot releases infrared radiation.
No, it depends on the temperature.
What?
Yeah. So like
What's
at any
considered hot?
so any body that has a temperature emits radiation.
Yes.
And there's like a formula that tells you the relationship between the frequency of like the peak radiation and the temperature of this is called like black body radiation. And I think it's the Stefan Boltzmann formula. It's like sigma T to the fourth, and it's like whatever. But yeah, so like the sun has like a certain surface temperature of the outer shell of the sun that's like, I think like 5,500, 6,500 Kelvin. Or is that insane? That's way too
I think
low.
that's Celsius. I think it's like 5,000 Celsius. I think.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know. Don't take. my word for it.
So you said energy.
Lost the thought.
You said light isn't energy, but energy can. Sorry, but light can carry energy,
Yes, it carries momentum and energy.
momentum, and.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Actually.
So does
You know, like those
so is-
light sails?
yeah,
those crazy
to
things?
travel in
Yeah.
outer space. That's fucking nuts.
That's momentum.
You ever hear about that?
Origami.
You ever hear about that?
No.
You want to explain it?
Yeah, there's like
Please
like
explain.
NASA has a Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, and a lot of these like physicists are tasked with scheming. I don't know why I make it like shady.
we're gonna use the sun.
And this globalist conspiracy, and then you find out I'm a fucking psychopath. Yeah. No. What the hell are we talking about? JPL.
solar-
yeah,
solar
man.
sails.
So
Yeah,
okay, so like to figure out how to go to other stars, like interstellar travel, the closest star is Alpha Centauri. It's 4.1 light years away. That means if you're traveling at the speed of light, it's still going to take over 4 years. It's so far. So you need things that like you need to think differently. It's like you can't have just like a rocket, like a space shuttle, and do that trip. It's going to take
You don't have enough fuel. either.
thousands, tens
And
of
it'll
thousands
take
of
you
years. It doesn't make
forever.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're thinking about like special
Drones, whatever.
new like new
Well, so the thing
Propulsion.
we're talking about is solar
so,
sails, right?
Yeah, so a solar sail would be like a really thin, kind of exotic material. I don't know if they really have anything down.
So
right
they
now.
fold it up like origami. They got like
Yeah, like it'll
What's that,
unfold
you know?
when it's like out
In
in
space.
space, and it covers like a huge area. It could be like miles of many square miles. And the idea is that
that's
the
insane.
light from the sun would be like hitting the sail, and it imparts like a very tiny amount of momentum. But if you have it like a large enough one and it's light enough, it could be just like continuously
Pushed.
if you're taking in momentum and your momentum is shifting, is changing, that means there's like a force acting on you, and it means that you're accelerating. And so it causes an acceleration. And then over long enough times of being accelerated, you actually will get like
You'll gather enough
really impressive
speed.
speeds.
Yeah.
But then like
How
slowing
fast
down
one of
is,
those
like-
things go?
Oh, I
I don't
didn't
know.
realize. I don't think we actually
know.
have
I think
one.
you have to calculate. Like, it's hard to say because I don't know about like the resistance.
Is there any resistance out
There
there?
is.
Right?
There's like
little other
specks of like
stuff.
hydrogen and there's like dust.
Yeah.
Is there anything that travels faster than the speed of light?
Not that we know of, but there's exotic particles that are like posited to do that.
Like not from this planet.
No, I mean like they're not confirmed, and they're kind of like mathematical constructs in ways that are.
Higgs boson.
Like something you-
style?
No, that's real. So they confirm.
Oh,
the
that's
Higgs.
real.
That's
So
big
a
deal.
particle
That's
that
a
we
part
don't
of the
under.
standard-
I'm sorry. A
Yeah.
particle that we don't understand is considered an exotic particle.
Not that we don't understand. It's just that like
You haven't
it's
discovered
it's
yet.
non-standard. Like it's not in the standard model of particle physics, which is like the periodic table, but for like
like an
subatomic
up
particles.
quark, a down quark.
Yeah, exactly.
quark.
Yeah.
Quarks.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
Quarks.
Yeah, top and
Actual
bottom, strange, charm. They're weird
That's so
names.
nuts.
Well, the people in the
Insane.
'60s were all doing like acid, and they're like, "Fuck yeah!"
Like,
Like they're all these like bizarre references.
Is the
Yeah.
Hadron Collider going to destroy Earth?
People thought that, and they like,
Yeah.
said there's a non-zero chance of it creating a black hole, but that didn't happen.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's okay. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. It's a large. I'm going to explain to Nicky Rod what the Large Hadron Collider. I'm going to do my best.
Hydrogen collider.
Large Hadron Collider.
Hadron.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's this big ass circular machine.
It's like miles long, right?
miles long.
Is it miles
Yeah,
long?
yeah, it's like
Right,
it's like
it goes over the
yeah, it's
border
like
of like
5K,
France
no,
and
it's more than
Belgium.
that. It's like 20 miles.
Fuck, yeah,
What's it underground?
Yeah,
It is underground,
Yeah.
in like Zurich.
and it's over like
Zurich?
3 different countries. I
Maybe
think.
not Zurich, but it's in Switzerland.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
And so again, correct me if I'm wrong, but it takes a particle. I don't know what particle.
Probably hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
Proton.
Oh,
Just a proton.
proton. Oh shit.
And it spins it around mega fucking fast in the first circle. Then it gets shot into the bigger circle, spins faster and faster and faster. And I think there's another bigger circle, and then it goes like max fucking speed. And then there's another one going the opposite direction, right?
Take it away.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
you're right. You're right. Yeah, they're like counter. Yeah.
And then they smash into each other and break, and something that's not supposed to be broken breaks. Other shit flies out, and they detect it, and it's like never before seen shit, which is called like the Higgs boson. The
There's a lot of
down.
stuff. Yeah,
right?
yeah. There's
And
a
it
lot.
just
and
it appears
subatomic-
and then instantly
So it just breaks a proton down into different
into crazy
into
shit.
what it was before in different elements. Because probably different elements made one
Not
proton.
elements though.
All right, but I'm using the wrong word for elements, but different things.
A thing that
Yeah.
shouldn't be broken down, like an
It's-
element.
But there was multiple things that made one proton, and they're able to break that proton down. And
It's not. Yeah, it's really confusing because it's like not
makes no
exactly
sense.
how it works. Because it's like the weird thing about protons. I mean, not the weird thing. So a proton is a hadron. That's what the refers
Is a
to.
what?
Is a hadron
hadron.
or hadron, whatever.
Hadron. Okay.
Yeah. So like electrons are really light. They're like 2,000th of the mass of a proton.
Okay.
So they're very light, and they're called leptons. They're just like a fundamentally different group of subatomic particles. So protons and neutrons are hadrons, and those are created by 3 quarks, and it's like mixtures of up and down quarks. And so yeah, protons, right? They use these like solenoids, like these like
Hourglass
these
shape.
tube donuts.
Oh, never mind.
What?
Nothing-
oh yeah,
nothing.
and they're like they have intense magnetic forces, and that's what's causing it to go in circles. Because like if you calculate the magnetic force on a charged particle, it will create a circle.
Okay.
It'll go like yeah. Anyway, so they get them at crazy speeds, like 99.9999% speed of
And
light.
they're producing this speed by using magnets to.
Yeah, by
chase it?
they're like accelerating it through
Like a rail
It's
gun.
not like a
a,
fan
uh,
blowing it and fucking.
no, it's magnetic
it's a bunch
forces
of guys with straws.
that's creating these like cyclical these circular trajectories, and it's getting faster and faster and faster and faster. And they're ramping up the magnetic field, and it's going faster. And then when they collide, so what happens is like you have this collision. You have such an intense amount of energy that you can suddenly have you can have particles that have what's going on is that every particle has a rest energy, and that's the E equals mc squared, right? Einstein, like energy equals mass,
Times
kind
the
of
speed of light
equivalence.
squared.
So every particle has, according to its mass, has like a rest energy. The more massive the particle it is, the less likely it is to like just spontaneously appear in this like quantum vacuum. Sorry for I'm not
No,
explaining this well.
I'm loving it.
So you have to basically the scale of what energy you're at through these collisions, like how much energy that is. They say things like giga electron volts or TeV, tera electron volts. That's just an energy scale. And like the more energy you have in this collision, the more likely you are to observe rare events. So in this way, the energy of the collisions is basically like your it's almost like how powerful your microscope is. It's like what's your like magnification.
So how
like, what are you
as
gonna be able to see?
if you hit them together hard enough, you're gonna see the things that come out better.
No, it's like
No?
you're going to be able to observe heavier particles as they like pop in and out of existence because you have such a because like what's going on with that collision is that you have this like really complicated it's like quantum electrodynamics and shit and quantum chromodynamics, these quantum field theories from like the 40s throughout the 70s, and they basically calculate these probabilities of various reactions, and the reactions have to do with the appearance, like the very like rapid fluttering in and out of existence of like these exotic particles.
Okay.
And so like the higher the energy, the more likely that can happen, like these more rare events. And that's kind of what's happening. And so the Higgs boson is like very massive. It's very heavy. Can't observe it unless you create like absurdly energetic collisions. And that's what they're looking for with the LHC. And they basically got confirmation of it.
And magnets, it's not like a metal magnet, right?
No, so they use
Coil like electromagnets.
It's electromagnets that are coils with extreme like rapidly fluctuating AC current. I
Copper
believe.
wire.
And then they're also super cooled, so they use liquid nitrogen, and so they're superconducting coils, which means that they if it's superconducting, there's no electrical resistance. So this isn't feasible unless you have the superconducting bit, because then you lose way too much power to
Heat.
dissipation. Yeah, to heat. Proud of you.
Ethan's on this shit. Good
YouTube
stuff.
videos, baby.
Good stuff.
We
Love
gotta
it.
talk about fighting because everyone's like falling asleep to all this physics nerd shit.
Dude,
Fuck,
I
that was
really
cool, man.
wish I genuinely like I know bits and pieces, but I don't know anywhere near enough to actually grasp what is going on. It would be really cool, but I will never understand. I don't think I'll ever truly understand it.
You know,
I think,
well, I guess people dedicate their entire lives to that.
They'll
so it's
fully
like-
understand it.
Yeah, but also like
as much as
I
humans
don't
can.
feel like that stuff is very important for human existence, for
That's-
society.
No,
Like,
jujitsu is much
what,
more.
Like, what
important.
are we doing?
Bro, you see my armbar the other day, dude? Fucking,
Sometimes I think about it. I'm like,
Fucking
That's way more
Man.
fun. Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
guys like
good
this
for
are on the
society.
edge of human knowledge,
No,
the frontier.
no.
The frontier.
Yeah. See,
No.
Andy's humble.
There's
We're
like
fucking
I've
useless.
met genuinely
geniuses.
like superb physicists, thinkers generally, but like
That's why I said guys like you.
if you stay in academia, like you get confronted with that, and then you quickly realize what it takes to carve out a notable career in that space, and it's super intimidating.
You got to
And
devote
you
your life
kinda-
to it.
Yeah, so that's I had a research advisor when I was doing atomic physics. He got his PhD in 3 years.
Whoa.
It's absurd under a very big name. Where
Why?
his
Why? Like he just
Why?
devoted his every waking minute to studying and learning. And like,
yeah, probably doing like 80-hour weeks. Yeah.
do you
He's
think
like autistic? Like has to be something like that. No? Like a savant?
I don't know if he's autistic, but one of his
He's just a
favorite
really
books
hard
was
worker.
Atlas Shrugged, so that doesn't really bode well.
I don't even know what that is.
Ayn
you
Rand.
don't know what that book is? Tell them what that book is.
It's a book
Go on.
I haven't read it, man. It's Ayn Rand, objectivism, philosophy. It's like
Objectivism, fucking.
libertarians like love this shit. It's like pull yourself
Maybe
up
I
from your
should read it.
bootstraps.
I feel like the guys. So we're
Oh, do you know
essentially.
Bioshock? Do you know Bioshock? Do you play Bioshock? You play
Oh, the
video
game
games?
with the big.
You don't really play video games.
I never played it, but
I play like Apex every now and then.
Apex. Fuck.
Yeah,
okay.
not like a big video.
Nicky
I'm
Ryan.
not a big video game guy.
Yeah, he plays that shit, right?
Nicky Ryan
Oh,
plays
yeah.
all the time.
He's like a hardcore about that.
oh, yeah.
Like
He should be
8 to
Twitch
10
streaming.
hours a
Why isn't
day.
he Twitch?
Yeah, he's probably just as good at that.
he
as
probably
as
twitches.
jiu-jitsu.
motherfucker.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, on his nicotine. But.
Yeah.
He plays
yeah.
probably like I'd say a good 8 hours a day.
I feel like
Holy
the
shit. Okay,
I'd
that man. So he's good.
He's good.
I'd hope.
the people
Grinding.
who like so like we basically essentially devoted our lives to jiu-jitsu. We're trying to be the best in the world, right? We're spending as much physical possible time that we can, like learning and destroying our bodies over the years, right? The equivalent of that in his field, like the guys with brains like that, you know? Like, man, without them, I think we'd be just kind of stuck like years and years ago.
Yeah, you have like
Yeah.
no one to beat up in the gym.
What I'm trying to say is we are.
We can't build
There's
a
probably
gym.
not too many physicists that have cauliflower like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's usually covered.
Eddie Cummings. Eddie
Yeah.
Cummings has.
Eddie?
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
he did, like
yeah.
he got into finance, right? He went back to
Oh,
grad
he did
school
now. Yeah,
for
but I think
finance.
before he was like studying mathematics or physics or something like that.
Yes, I think.
Is he a quant? Is he like a quantitative finance guy on Wall Street?
I'm assuming probably.
Oh man,
Has
working
to
for a
be.
hedge fund or some shit.
Has to be.
Damn,
Has to be.
that's crazy.
Yeah, he.
I don't know him.
Like
but,
applying that
that's
knowledge
wild.
to
Well, he's a super smart dude. Before.
Well, you get paid. It's just like it's a fucking grind, man.
Mm.
You work for a hedge fund. You're expected to do crazy
Crazy
hours.
shit.
You got to pay your dues.
That's fucking nuts.
wonder what Eddie's up to now, huh?
I think that's what we're talking about. He works for a hedge fund. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is that actually?
Oh,
what
I
he's
don't
doing?
know. I just
think
knew that he
he's
went
just
back to
speculating.
No,
school
I'm
for
pretty sure he
finance.
does.
Oh.
I'm pretty
And
sure he does.
It's kind of if you're good at math and you become a quant.
You become a quant.
Quant.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
It's a quant.
quant.
Were you always pretty good at school?
Yeah. I probably didn't have much of a choice.
Oh yeah.
My mom was a teacher. My dad's a professor.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
They pushed they pushed. It's like just
I hear mixed.
Come on, tell us your traumas.
traumas. No, my traumas is like
Do you have like belt
is
marks
going
on your back? From,
No, it's like thinking back and like working hard on like projects in elementary school and then and then being like thinking like none of that fucking mattered. You have like a clean slate until you're like in high school.
Pretty much.
And then
yeah.
it's like, oh, what placement of like honors classes if you want to get
For
like AP
college.
track.
Yeah.
But like nothing you do before like 8th grade really,
Really
matters.
Yeah.
Right? So I get like worked up and like, oh man, this
stress.
book report on like, Hatchet.
Yeah,
Mrs.
yeah.
Harrington. I
That
better
is so
work really hard at it. I'm 9 years old. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't have homework. You should, like, I remember doing homework.
Homework was stupid.
Yeah, homework's
You
terrible.
should not have homework.
Homework
you're in school
sucks.
8 hours a fucking day. It's like
Yeah.
insane. It's like tyrannical to be like, now go home and do more shit. You fucking
Yeah, yeah. I remember doing homework. So like, especially during like the springtime or when it was warm, I would like rush home and then I would do my homework like standing up, like fidgeting, just so I can go outside to play. I'm like fucking trying to rush
Yeah.
through this shit. I'm like, I want to go outside.
I
I'd just be wrong
never
on
did
purpose.
it.
Homework?
Literally never.
What were your grades like growing up
They weren't bad.
without doing homework?
I would do
good,
it.
though.
I would always do it as the teacher was picking it up in class. I would
Oh, yeah.
sit as far from the teacher as possible so I could either do it or copy off the
copy.
kid next to me and just, oh yeah, you got to uncork.
It doesn't go through that?
I mean, it'll make your life a lot easier.
Yeah,
if you,
you're a physicist. You can figure it
Yeah,
out.
you know why.
Molecules.
The particles. In the front.
It's going to spill.
Nah.
Oh, he killed it.
That's
That's the
science.
hack.
Oh, beautiful. Outsmarted us all.
He like breaks it.
See, like, there's like nothing, like no information, like into action. It's just like, I just store all that shit. And then when I'm interacting with the real world, I'm just like,
That is so
fucking
funny. Just what's going
redacted.
on. Yeah, yeah.
Start shaking.
totally redacted.
Anyway, yeah, never did homework. never.
Are you religious? As smart as you are?
I was raised Greek Orthodox.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, no, I'm not religious. I'm not. But I was like, I had to go to church like every week, and then
Yeah.
after that, even when I was like 18, which
believe
is
in God?
crazy
For the Greeks, when did the whole like Zeus shit and
Yeah,
Hades
that's so
stuff,
much
when
more
that-
fun. Can we get back to that shit?
When that's-
The
when
normal
Mythology is so cool.
When you guys were like, all right, well, like you know,
That's
we'll
shit's
slide-
fake.
yeah.
Well, it's because of the Byzantine Empire.
Oh, really?
Go on.
Tell me more.
Go on.
Go on.
Tell me more, please.
So I take a sip of my coffee. I don't like if it's my defense
Byzantine-
mechanism. Like I don't have to explain myself. I'm like,
Is that Constantinople? Or is that something else?
Istanbul, not Constantinople.
I don't know if that's really. I don't know if that's really it. But like the
Istanbul
Byzantine
is
Empire was
Constantinople.
probably a major influence of Christianity. I don't know. Christianity was probably there before that too, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Great Schism, right?
I don't know what that is.
It's something.
Great Schism.
It's something.
It's something.
Schism or
Skepticism?
Schism is like the
Schism.
separation of
Church and state.
Roman
That's what I thought too.
Roman Catholicism from like the Eastern Orthodox. Like
Okay.
so, like all the Eastern Orthodox religions, Russia's like Serbian Orthodox, Romanian Orthodox, Greek Orthodox.
You understand?
See, our priests in Greek Orthodox, they could fuck.
You could learn from
Our
history.
priests fuck.
Damn.
They
Not
fuck.
kids.
All
kids.
Orthodox can do that. They can do the intercourse stuff.
They can encouraged even. No, it's like you can be married before you're ordained. Once you're ordained, then like you take a vow of celibacy.
Does that
for
mean?
whatever
But
reason.
what's ordained?
like it's like
you
officially
priest,
becoming
you
a
become-
priest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So
have
you get
to resort
divorced?
to-
Oh man, they probably never get divorced. That probably sucks. Being in a bad marriage to a priest, you're fucked.
yeah.
Really, you got no choice. You got to see it through.
So they never get divorced?
No, you have to be like a model family. If you're like a priest in like a New York suburb, they're always like model families with
Yeah.
like upstanding.
So he
children.
can't bang the wife if he's got
No, wait, no. Of course they have.
He
They,
can.
they have sex.
Yeah,
They,
okay,
they're
okay.
constantly.
Yeah, they're
Everyone's telling
smashing.
them stop having so much sex. Jesus
because you were
Christ.
you said
This
that
is a
they
church.
they can get married before they get ordained,
Yeah,
right?
and that gives them a pass.
He gives a pass. Okay.
To have.
But after you get ordained, they can't get married,
Right.
Because he can't.
Right. So what would be really funny is to look at a distribution of the time difference between getting married and when they're ordained. See if there's any of those like fucking like Vegas weddings. It's like
Yeah.
the night before, and the priest's like, "Oh fuck, I really want to have sex."
Gotta get
Just
it done.
marries like a stranger, and it's like, "Sorry, I'm
Goes to
gonna ruin your
Vegas.
life."
How crazy do people
Wonder-
go to Vegas and get married? Like,
Like, all the time.
like the Vegas marriages. That's
But
fucking nuts.
Just elope. They just can't elope.
I never had a crazy
Yeah, it's
Vegas thing like in Hangover.
Me neither. I don't
it's funny.
know.
Like that can have like that's been around for a while. Like in Vegas.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What is it? Shotgun weddings.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have like evangelists and like the Christians in America who are like marriage is like a
Sacred
it's
bond.
a sacred like they should be like
There's two.
fucking protesting Vegas like all the time, man.
There is that.
Because that's
Two
and it's
polar
often
opposites.
heterosexuals. So why are they? And, you think that would piss them off too? It's like, hey, you're doing it the right way, and you're still fucking it up, making it a joke.
There is
So I
that.
don't want more hate crimes to heterosexuals in Vegas. That's what I'm
Yeah,
advocating.
leave them
for.
alone. Let them do their thing.
No
All
one's
right.
safe.
Yeah.
Not on my watch.
Why Vegas? Why is it?
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Because you make awful decisions in Vegas. It's like the
Oh,
fucking
that's fair.
epicenter of.
Like, I've never
hubris.
had.
Did
like,
you guys go out in Vegas after ADCC?
Not really. Like I went out a little bit, but nothing like crazy.
Dude, I have some.
You have some crazy Vegas stories.
Yeah, but I can't call out like there's like notable people in jiu-jitsu.
Just
Oh.
make
Yeah.
up their names.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or,
okay.
Or rhyme it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did meet.
I was with Schmeg Rones.
yeah. Schmeg schmo.
I was at In and Out after the Saturday, and there
He's like with
was,
Schmicky Mod.
yeah.
yeah, there's a Hajer Garcia who's there, and
Oh, I actually know this story. Why do I know this story? Did you tell me this?
yeah, I probably won't shut the fuck up about it. Huh?
Keep telling me this story.
I wake
tell
up
him, man, come on.
every morning. I call you and I go, "Hey."
I'm like, oh, fuck this. Put him on
No,
speaker.
honestly, it's like I built this up, but it's like not that much of a story. It's he was out and he was in a fun state of mind.
Yeah.
And we were just like nerding out, being like, "Wow, it's really you."
Flacy. That's cool. Yeah, his.
I don't have any specifics there. Sorry, I really
All right, we
anticlimactic.
built that up for Vegas. I have some Vegas stories.
Yeah, and then he kidnapped
I saw
me.
this guy in and out. And
Yeah.
It was weird.
And then me and him
And he
like
was in a
we
weird state of mind. That's it.
robbed a bank together. It was
Oh, there's
Oh,
that story.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
got
yes.
involved in some human trafficking. I regret that.
You gotta
As
fix
we
the
all,
intersections
we all
of
have
traffic.
to. We all have to do that at some point in time. All right, guys, what's going on?
Look, Well, we spoke about I'm facing Orchard. Oh, sorry, I keep leaning. All right. I'm facing Orchard. You got nothing coming up? Matches?
No,
Just seminars.
just chilling. Seminars?
I'm
What
floating.
seminars?
Oh, all right.
Me and Nicky Ryan doing a seminar. I think Tempe, Portland.
Oh, sick.
Nice.
You get that's where Orchard is.
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna teach him how to beat you.
it might be It's Portland or Oregon, something like that. But it's
One of
August.
them
It'd be
is
funny
in
if it's
one of them.
Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Could be.
Yeah, this the other side.
oh yeah.
Like August 5th,
it's
something
like
like
basically Canada.
Okay,
It
August
is, it is.
5th.
that. Yeah.
Oh, that's after. Okay.
I got Gabe Souza, July 1st,
Yeah.
Grapple Fest, silver
Grapple
medalist,
Fest.
ADCC. He's going down. Let me just write his name down in the Death Note.
Yeah. Ah, that's a good. You guys watch anime?
Death Note? Death Note's really good.
Yeah.
I'm aware of it.
Why
you
did
gonna
you
read
look
a book?
through your? Do you watch anime?
All right. So I have
Yeah,
this.
what does Robert Graham have to say about this?
Yeah.
So this is like a super
Oh.
popular book, the 48 Laws of Power, right? So I'm going to read you guys one of the laws.
Okay.
Just tell me your opinion. Right?
Okay.
All right.
I'm in.
Is this anime?
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
it's a comic book in there.
It's his note he wrote.
Yeah.
All right. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. When you are trying to impress people with words, Okay, let me try this again. Always say less than necessary.
You're putting into practice.
Yeah, exactly. When you are trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear, and the less in control. Even if you are saying something banal, even if you're saying something banal, boom. Even if
Or
you're
banal.
saying something
Banal's fine.
banal, it will seem original if you make it vague, open-ended, and sophisticated.
Maybe I agree. Maybe I don't.
Powerful people impress and imitate by saying less, or intimidate by saying less. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. That was a rough one.
It's okay.
I don't know, man. I think all these powers are great. Of like, if you want to be like a business psychopath,
Yeah.
it's a good. It's a very like adversarial nature.
This is
Yeah,
not like a war.
adversarial perspective on relations.
Have you read
Why are
this?
you trying to intimidate?
I read it
Yeah,
every
like-
fucking.
I'm not
What
trying
is
to
that?
intimidate you.
dude,
Fuck you,
and I go. You know what I do is a fun thing. I have a 48-sided die, and I make my girlfriend roll it. So she rolls the die, and then the number that comes up, I read the law, and then I practice that law to her face in some.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It definitely seems like.
Wait, really? This is true.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah,
seems
every
like,
night I do that with a 48-sided die that I got on Amazon.
Nice.
Yeah, it definitely
And-
seems like all of these are, like you said, for business purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
So
for like killing people.
Well, I mean, Yeah, it's true. It's like, why would I do that
cares
with
if
my
you're-
friends? I'm
Yeah, why
gonna
are you
talk
intimidating
the
people?
level of
Yeah.
talking that I want to. Plus, we're on a podcast. We gotta talk. We can't.
All right.
That was an
imagine
ironic
next time.
one to say for our podcast. Like,
Yeah,
like, don't
All right,
talk to
one
me.
more. All
Okay.
right, law 1, never outshine the master. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. In your desire to please or impress them, do not go too far by displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the heights of power.
Jesus. All right.
That's
so,
fucking Machiavelli right there, man. That's
Why-
just like being like Stalin, like poisoning Lenin. Like, yeah.
I felt kind of like this when I was training.
With John.
Yeah, with John.
I do
John with
feel
Gordon.
that's kind of what Gordon does with John. I feel like,
Oh yeah.
but it worked for him, I guess.
Like I mean,
He
it's
reached
some,
the heights.
That's such a sad way to live your life. Like you did there in one part of that, it was like in your desire to please your masters, like as if it's just this universal. Like we all have that. We all have this desire to please. Like what is that shit? I don't know.
I
think that's-
definitely wanted to fucking make John proud or Gary proud.
some of the best guys are like
You
that. Like
want to?
think about Tyson and
Yeah, I guess
with
I did,
Customato?
actually.
Yep.
Fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
I fall into that. All right, never mind. Fuck. He got me. Shit.
Like you're telling me, like when you were training,
I would
and
get
then
a
John
good job.
Like,
I was like,
good job.
God, I'm gonna jerk off tonight. Oh my god. Yes, master. Oh my god. I gotta go come in the toilet.
You just get your phone out and you're recording. Like, can you say it one more time, please? Just say it one more time.
Say it again. Say it again.
That was a good feeling.
Oh,
It was a good feeling.
Yeah,
I was
sure,
like,
sure. I also
master.
My superior is proud of my performance. No, for sure. Like you go and compete, you fuck people up, you come back, everyone's like, good job. You're
get
like,
a sword. You're like, holy shit.
Never got
So
one of
cool.
those.
circumcise my children with this sword.
You Jews are supposed to use your teeth. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, it's
yeah.
true. The moil. Did we ever
Moil.
speak about that?
We did. That was the first. That was one of the first laughtas.
first.
One of the first laughtas.
Wow. Yeah. The
moil.
so just a throwback. I believe the man. I don't even want to fucking. It's so
And they
gross.
They drink
man.
it like a Capri Sun.
like a Capri Sun.
Yeah,
it's like fancy
Capri
wine.
Sun.
What?
Like it's a fancy wine.
You're
Capri
like-
Sun.
You're like,
Yeah.
You like the moil, right? The moil.
The moil.
Yeah, the
That's what
moil.
it's called. What a or the
like
bris.
you think it's like one
the bris is
over.
the whole thing. The
It's like
ceremony.
one over eager moil. Like they're like way too enthusiastic about it.
I don't
And they're
even
like, no, I got this. And then like
Scissors or my teeth?
the assist, yeah,
my turn.
the assistant is like, yo, dude, we have a tool for this. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
No, traditional.
You ever had one of these?
There's so much I'm holding back from saying.
like,
There's
throws
jokes about
it.
beef jerky I can make. I'm not gonna make.
Like that baby thing is flavorful.
Yeah, he like hides the
Oh my
tools.
God.
He like hides them. He's like, oh, I
I
can't
don't know.
find
I
them.
left
guess
them at home. Give me that baby.
I guess I'll have to solve this problem.
It's like flossing.
Like, we could just go to the CVS really quick.
No. It's against the religion. Look, it says it right here.
So is it true that a bunch of babies got like fucking
Herpes.
Babies herpes
What?
from oral herpes?
I heard this. I heard it. I heard
that,
it.
yeah.
From the moil?
Moil sucking baby dick.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's fucked.
I know.
Dude, apparently
That's
there's like rampant STDs in these
the
like
Jewish community?
Hasidic
No.
Orthodox.
No. Not.
Tell us.
Shut the fuck up. Thinking us look bad, bro. No.
Should
All
I
right.
talk more shit about the?
The Jew?
Keep talking about
didn't
the
say
Higgs boson or some shit.
Nah, it's cool. I used to live in
Say whatever you
Prospect, Prospect Lefferts Gardens, which was like an interesting mix of
Lefferts Gardens? What's
Yeah, it was like east of Prospect Park in Brooklyn.
No.
Yeah, and it was like it was an area that was like
Yeah.
largely it was like half Caribbean and then half like Orthodox Jew. It's like a very
That's an
interesting
odd
mixture.
combination.
Yeah, you get your coconut water fresh. go to Temple.
Dude, in New York, you can make two lefts and a right, and you see one Jew, 5 Jews, 20 Jews. Holy shit! It comes up fast.
You don't know who you're messing with, Holmes.
You don't know. It's pretty funny how even nowadays, like the communities are pretty sectioned off. Like there's Chinatown, there's.
It's cool.
Segregation's cool.
Yeah.
Separate, but
It's not
equal.
segregation. It's fucking. It's like
It's-
mosaic instead of a
it's
melting
selective
pot.
living. Selective living.
Sure. You guys know about that? Like melting pot and mosaic. The difference. You know what that is?
Well,
Socio-
I can use context clues.
Go give it a shot.
A melting pot is going to be where everyone's together. Mosaic's going to be sectioned off.
Yeah, but what about like the culture aspect of it?
What are you talking about?
All right. So again,
Mosaic's what keep their
Yeah,
culture,
mosaic
but
is
then
like-
they live
like-
amongst each other. But melting pot is a combination.
like
of,
American food, American cuisine.
Yeah, it's like,
a
hey,
melting pot.
you fucking rabbis, I like what you're doing with that baby dick. I think I'm gonna start.
I'm gonna-
Yeah.
over here.
I'm
You're not even Jewish,
Melt
bro.
it together. Yes, exactly.
Take-
I'm gonna
take
make it like
that.
Szechuan or something like the Asian community or like
You get it
put
raw
on a taco,
cooking in the. Yep.
something like that. Yeah,
Jesus.
sashimi style. You know.
Bro, I'm
And,
convinced that
yeah.
Korean barbecue is like one of the best ways to eat food.
It's so good.
They
It's
bring it
very
they-
good, yeah.
They bring out your food. You have all these sides. You're
And
like
you
picking and stuff, eating with your hands.
yeah.
It's good to eat.
Did you have this
you don't have
recently?
to
or
eat with your
something?
hands.
did.
Why are you eating with your? You can
Yeah,
eat with
you
your hands
do.
anywhere, man.
I'm just saying. Just putting it out there.
You eat with your
I-
hands.
I
Well,
don't
you're
eat with
using
my
your
hands.
hands. You're using the chopsticks. You know what I mean?
you use chopsticks like this.
Pretty much. These 2 fingers.
What did you guys? Do you guys use chopsticks?
I do.
Yeah,
For sure. You know how. Yeah.
Wow, what is that supposed to mean?
He's Asian. Of course
Oh,
he
yeah,
knows
that's
how.
true. Yeah.
Wait, you can't use chopsticks?
I can. Can you?
Yeah, for sure.
Can you?
Yeah, what of it?
Is that a
Jim,
name?
can you? Oh,
What? You want to learn? It's very. Let's fuck him up.
loser.
This anti-Asian hatred is going too far.
Guys, Nicky Rod doesn't like Israel Adesanya.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh,
No,
That's-
J-Rod.
J-Rod.
J-Rod?
J-Rod doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't. Not that he doesn't like him, but he wanted
Creating
Pereira to
feuds?
win. Don't do that.
I think he just said that Pereira had like
He said he's cringy.
It was crazy. No. He said something
kind of.
specifically that
Think
in
so?
his
He
interview
paints his nails.
that was really cool.
Oh, he paints his nails.
That's
Is that
whatever.
I disagree with the painted nails.
I wouldn't do it myself, but he's so cool, man.
He's
Look at his
cool as
fucking
fuck.
story. He's
Yeah,
cool as
yeah.
shit. He
Fuck.
It's
Yo,
a 6 story.
You remember Alpha Nail?
Alpha male?
Alpha Nail.
Alpha nail? No, what's
I
that?
think so.
It was like targeted towards like jujitsu people and shit. It was like
fuck
for
is that?
guys to
Paint
paint,
their
their nails, and it was like supposed to be good for like to protect them
That's
while
whack.
grappling, and it was like targeted towards like Joe Rogan
Wow.
fans.
I never heard of that.
I never heard of
Alpha
this.
Nail. This is like 10 years ago, and you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, I didn't do jujitsu 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Did I? I did.
Would you guys wear pearls?
Pearls? Like a necklace?
Yeah.
No.
Israel Adesanya likes to wear pearls.
He
Yeah,
can
I
do
mean-
whatever he wants, man. All right.
Specifically a pearl necklace, which is
Yeah, pearl
synonymous
necklace.
with a sex
That's
act.
yeah. That
Is that-
Synonymous with what?
Yeah, you never heard of a pearl
A
necklace?
sex act.
A sex act?
It's where you get the
A sexual act.
cum shot.
Activity.
Oh, okay.
That's a pearl necklace. Yeah. Look it up on
okay.
Urban
Say sex act, and you're
Dictionary.
like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Sexual activity. You're like,
Like an
Oh,
act,
that
like
makes
a
sense,
drama,
yeah.
a drama play, like an act.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if
You
he's
know?
an acting or he's doing something, but I get it now. It's beats.
All right, would you guys wear?
no.
No, I'm
No, no,
wrong.
That's not it.
What is it?
It's when a dude shoots a load on a chick's chest and it's like a pearl necklace.
Oh,
No,
I didn't know
was,
that.
That was poetry.
I gotta spit it out there. It's,
Would you guys
I get it now.
You
yeah.
guys
It's pretty blunt.
you know the like rappers, they wear like the diamond studded like thick chains. Would you guys wear that?
I don't like.
Dude, you can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely rock one, but I would rather just have solid gold. I don't like diamonds. First of all, you got these kids out in the motherland getting crushed out there working 20-hour
in
days.
Africa
you know?
for the what blood diamonds?
Blood diamonds.
The motherland. Ah, yes, Israel.
Israel. We all thinking the same motherland.
I'm
Yeah, but
Jewish.
they're in the Congo getting it going.
So you don't,
Well,
you wouldn't wear it for ethical reasons?
for ethical and I
Synthetic
don't
diamonds.
I don't see the value in the diamond. Like I see the value in gold.
It's like a stock.
everywhere you
Precious
go,
metal.
everywhere you go,
precious
this metal is valued, but like a diamond is not as valued as gold.
Yeah, it
So
was
I
a
think-
Japanese
No,
psyop.
diamond is more valuable.
The psyop.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gram for gram?
Well, the diamond
De Beers.
is artificially inflated, or
Really?
Yeah, it was a
It-
fucking
'cause- well-
propaganda, man.
is that propaganda?
The diamond ring, the origin of it, selling it to Japanese people in the early 20th century.
Oh, I have no idea
Oh
what
yeah,
that is.
there's a crazy history
Oh, let's hear
Let
it.
me hear it, yeah.
Inform
of
us.
creating.
Go on.
Like, they had diamonds and they're like, shit. I wish these were, lucrative.
I wish these were
They were-
valuable. and
so
then-
before diamonds were just, but diamonds were, they were used for like machinery and stuff. They make really
Industrial
sharp drill
strength,
heads.
yeah.
Drill bits, right?
Yeah, drill
the
bits.
hardness, Mohs hardness scale.
Yeah, and it wasn't like really thought of as aesthetically that much. And then they these ad people for De Beers figured out an ad campaign of making this new tradition of a wedding ring. Make it like show off how much you love your
wife.
wife. Buy her a diamond ring, and they made it synonymous with the
Before it was
fucking-
just the band.
yeah.
Wow.
This is like it's like less than
bastards.
100 years old.
Wow.
What? Wow.
Having wedding
I-
rings.
I also
so
heard that
diamonds
we
are kind of bullshit. That's what I keep telling my
Bunch of
girlfriend at least.
phooey.
Yeah, same. Yeah, that's what I
Make this
say.
story- You like edit a Wikipedia page. You're like, look, it's bullshit.
This has to be true. I have so much fucking writing.
Is
on
it? Is
dude.
this true?
Someone's gonna fact check you.
Did you guys hear this before? I heard that the supply of diamonds is artificially like held, so they only release X amount of
Oh,
diamonds.
so they keep it
So-
expensive.
yeah.
Yeah, so
they flood the
the-
supply.
So
Exactly.
like Russia has like some crazy huge diamond mines.
Store. Oh, okay.
And
okay.
they're just like it would cripple the market.
Yeah,
They started
that's what I
mining.
heard.
really?
That's what I heard.
I also think it's much harder to fake gold, like real gold. Like it usually comes out like a little yellowish.
It's probably
not
Yeah,
as-
I don't know.
equally hard to fake. Yeah,
Well, you can
there's-
make-
No,
Well,
you
you can
can
make
make
a
fake
lab
jewelry, and we
diamonds.
can't tell shit.
Oh, if you just look at it. you-
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Without,
But-
so
but-
you're saying without checking under a microscope?
like
or
I've
something?
all the like fake jewelry I've seen that has been gold. You can
Turns
definitely
green.
well, not only turns green, even the stuff that is gold plated, you can tell because
You
it's
can
like a
see
different
it.
color.
Oh,
that
really?
It's not real gold. From 14 to 24 karat, like it definitely has a certain color.
I have
I
no
think-
eye for that. I would have no idea.
I think
No,
you
that's
pull
real
off
gold,
a chain,
right?
like
Oh,
a
yeah.
thick
Yeah.
fucking Rampage Jackson chain.
Oh, yeah.
just
Like a
that
Funk
shit.
Master?
Start barking at people. That's
Yeah.
your persona. For WWE shit or something, like you're not
Yeah.
even talking, you're just barking, and it's like
I
really
would.
scary.
It's a place. It's like storing your wealth. Like
Well,
is that
gold.
the
That's
purpose of
what's
it?
that's what's pretty cool actually. Is, yeah, when people buy like jewelry, they see it as like a storation of wealth also that they can.
Yeah, watches. Right,
Yeah,
it's
watches
pretty
as well, but
Yeah.
like gold, like you can sell it for the actual metal.
good. How about money? I'd rather just have the money it's worth.
Well, the idea is
ra-
that you should have the gold because, like, I mean,
In
each year
protection
there's
from
inflation.
inflation?
Yeah, exactly,
I
and it appreciates
see.
over time usually. That's like the whole idea of it. That's why you're supposed to buy gold bars or silver bars, like instead of storing your
store
wealth
your
as
wealth.
cash, because it's like you keep the money in the bank. It's just
Your dollar's worth
depreciating.
less every
Yo,
year.
is
Yeah.
it-
Yeah.
Is this a myth or what? Like, there's that thing about like the whole origin story of like pimps having like all these chains and shit, so that they can like easily like
They're
make
actually
bond.
like economic
Like
geniuses.
bail?
that, like,
Oh,
Yeah, if there's like any
Oh.
like if there's any legal problems, they're like, oh cool, yeah, whatever. Here.
You know, I don't know that,
yeah.
but you know,
that may not be true though.
it sounds cool.
there's a reason
Sounds cool.
why
I haven't pimped that much.
it's true. It's true.
Well, pirates wear gold earrings in case they died or they went overboard. People
It's
would
worth
find their
finding
body.
them.
They would find their body, and then they would use that gold to help bury themselves. Like that's the whole idea apparently of the gold earrings for pirates. It's like in case they were dead, there's now money to help them.
You guys know a
is
lot
there
of
that much
stories,
honor
huh?
with amongst? Is there that much?
Apparently,
honor
they're all
amongst
gay.
pirates?
They had a lot of gay sex.
I think I've seen a movie
pirates.
about that.
Pirates of the
Pirates of the
Caribbean.
Yeah, there's a lot of gay sex in it. I was like, damn,
I don't know which one I watched.
'Cause have you ever been?
Pirates of the
But Pirates of the
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
Because there's that
find the
controversial Pirates of the Caribbean, the ride at Disney World.
The ride. What?
Yeah, there's like a
this is-
Pirates of the Caribbean ride,
Okay.
right? And then in the middle
was
of
a
it,
lot
they
of
just
gay
all start
sex?
having gay sex, and you're like,
It's
Jesus
so
Christ, I'm here
weird.
with my mom,
it was
my
me having the
dad.
gay sex, but I don't really know.
I'm 8 years old. I'm asking my dad, what are those fucking pirates doing? I'm saying fucking because I was precocious. I was 8. So anyway, what else are we talking about? Gay sex at Disney World?
We were.
Thanks for
technically.
nothing, DeSantis.
Dude, what's happening at the border right now? Tons of
Oh yeah, apparently like a
Barn
bunch of
burner.
barn-
Barn burner
Yeah,
at the
bunch-
border. It just sounds good.
a bunch of illegals are like just storming in, huh?
I think they're just allowed to, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
I wonder what kind of issues that's going to cause.
I have no idea.
It's like I like talking about it, but we don't have any like hardline opinions. We're just like, yeah, that's gonna be news.
Yeah, we don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah.
What? Right? They're good people. No.
Well, I mean, the problem is
they're
the,
not.
is the bad
They're not
people.
criminals.
It's good people on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
Exactly. I
is.
see both sides. I see both sides. But yeah.
But dude,
You
if I was
guys,
over there, I'd definitely be like, "Fuck, I gotta get to."
Well, the
US.
thing is also, yeah, it's like, all right, we want. There's a million like immigrants coming into America legally, but then there's also like illegal immigrants coming across, and it's like there is technically a line, but it's like if we're over there with a family, and it's like the line is a fucking waiting list, or like you need to have a degree to really get in, we're all gonna try to be like, all right, we're going to America, fuck it.
Yep.
You mean from Mexico?
Yeah.
And you're like dealing with starvation or something, or
Not
like what?
starvation,
is
but it's like the
dangerous.
cartel. It's dangerous. You have a better
Yeah.
future. I mean, Henry Cejudo's parents are illegal immigrants. I'm pretty sure.
I think there's just a lack of
Whoa.
opportunity there.
I could be making that up, but pretty sure Henry Cejudo's parents were illegal
Where did
immigrants.
this information?
I watched his Olympic gold medal match, and the announcers had said it. So or the commentators.
They should have just wrapped him out like that.
Just docs and
Get 'em.
everything by the
Pretty sure.
announcers.
He's not the youngest, by the way. Kyle Snyder won it at 1 year younger.
19.
Whatever Cejudo was, Kyle Snyder
Cejudo was
won
19, I think.
1 year.
Yeah, I think Snyder might have been 18.
I think I remember reading
Well,
Snyder
either
beat him
way,
by 1 year. Yeah.
Well, Cejudo at the time was the youngest then.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
At his
Yes,
time,
yeah.
he was young.
Exactly.
He was a few years.
Oh,
earlier.
I meant to ask you. So we got off track. So we were talking about Aljo took down Cejudo, Olympic gold medalist. But I did hear also. I mean, so that was when Cejudo was 19. He's now 36. 17 years ago. Was the wrestling way worse 17 years ago? Like,
okay.
I think he just got away from it a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of wrestling. Wrestling improves, but it's a pretty like set plateau. I think it's
I don't
like
know.
can only get.
I
Like-
think some that had. I think what really kind of affected him was he probably got away from the wrestling because he was confident. He was like, "I'm so much better
Yeah.
of a wrestler than this guy." Like, why?
I'm gonna work something else. But now here, like, look at the wrestling back then versus now. Is the wrestling better now, or is it the same? Like him as in his prime as an Olympian, would he beat, the current Olympians or Olympic gold medalists? Like, how do the technique for technique, pound for pound, how does it match up?
He's
I don't know.
older, man. He's 30.
No, I'm saying when he was 19.
Oh,
versus
Peak Henry versus. Okay.
like I'm saying, Henry, that gold medalist versus today's gold medalist.
No, I think today's would win.
Like did the technology of wrestling
I
have
think every
improved
few
it.
years it levels up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All sports, right? If it keeps going, it keeps
That's
getting
what
bigger.
that's what I.
Are there like wrestling metas? Like
Metas?
trends?
Oh, trends?
Well, like
guys working to the
like
body
yeah,
versus
like
just
newest
like
waves
double
of like
legs.
yeah.
fashionable techniques that people get really good at.
Yeah, like certain years would be like people are using the funk, like Ben Askren-esque. Then you see certain years a lot of people ducking, like super ducks and whatnot.
Quack, quack.
Definitely in like NCAA, right? NCAA wrestling, because that's mainly what I watch, because it pertains more to like there's some ground wrestling in there,
Like
but
folk
yeah,
style college
Yep.
wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll definitely see some trends. Yep.
I bet probably more things like go through trends, like more in and out, because they're like younger and more innovative, more creative.
Yeah.
They're not like, like old, taught by a coach, like do this, do that, you do this to win, and that works, and like that's what's fucking grounded. They're just like changing
like
shit
this
up a lot.
year in freestyle wrestling, you see a lot of guys like in the hand fight, they like go to touch their opponent and they use that momentum to like.
You see
step
that a
in.
lot
And,
now,
like,
actually.
I see like a loose high C. Like before it was like
Almost
take
like a
tight
super duck.
shots, and here you're just going real wide. Yeah, super duck esque. It's interesting because you see a lot of guys in different weight classes using the same
that?
attacks. Fuck.
What do you guys think? So, I mean, we had basically one guy was our coach. Now we don't have that one guy as a coach anymore. You see a lot of, we'll say like some of the greats in other combat sports, like Mike Tyson, or actually we'll say like Mike Tyson.
Just Mike
Mike Tyson. Well, like these guys, like
A lot
that
of guys, yeah,
that
yeah. They have one main
They're
coach,
one
yeah.
main coach, or like
Yeah.
we'll say Conor McGregor had John Kavanagh, that like he ride or dies by it. Like,
Yeah.
how do you guys think one coach versus kind of doing your own thing plays into it? Like, what do you guys think is best, or what are the trade offs? What are you guys' thoughts on?
I mean,
it? 'Cause we don't have a coach right now.
Historically, it seems like one guy would be, it's just nice to have one person to go to, but we're in a different situation because we're amongst peers that have tons of knowledge. Like, you guys are real super knowledgeable. Nicky Ryan, we can ask him anything, and in addition, we all kind of work together to figure things out. So it's a different asset. We have multiple coaches, I would say.
Yeah,
I think it it depends so much on your like relationship with the coach. Like we see the champions and we see their examples, and yeah, they all had a coach, but how many of them had a coach and didn't become greats? I think there's like a lot of untold stories of those who have tried and failed. So like, yeah, there's definitely a trend. Like you're an athlete and you have a coach and you guys work together, but if you don't have that like
head coach, that one guru.
well, no. I was gonna say if you don't have that like relationship that you like it works, then it's as good as nothing in my opinion. Like it's not. I don't know. Especially near the end, I think it became like I don't know. For me, it was like not
Bit stagnant.
yeah, kind of shit, honestly. But now we have way more freedom, but we also have way more accountability. We can't just go in and drill and like go through the motions. We have to like consciously make a concerted effort to like get better at whatever we're trying to get better at.
Well, one thing I did like though is like, so if there's a competition coming up, there was a game plan that I feel like John gave us sometimes, that like even if the game plan wasn't the best, at least now there's a direction. Like, oh, this is what I'm gonna try to do for this tournament. No, do you guys think that would...
I don't think I really got that, but I
Okay.
definitely had to make up my own game plan, and yeah, I mean, I think certain people get certain
like right now for Gabe Souza, like
What did you just say?
right now for Gabe Souza.
Okay.
for Gabe Souza, like I'm coming up with a game plan. I'm like watching his tapes. I'm like looking, all right, first I wanted to have this game plan. Now maybe I'm thinking this, versus like maybe at the back when we were with DDS, it would have been like, oh, this is the game plan that you're gonna go for.
Yeah,
He would tell you that.
I think so, yeah. Or like
I think
Gary
it's-
or Gordon, I'd be like, hey, what do you guys think? What should I be doing? And they'd be like, oh, maybe try this. I'm like, okay, that's
It's the
what
same
I'm working
thing.
on.
I mean,
It's
just
what I'm
like
doing now,
asking
but
us,
now, but now it's them. It's coming from them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think definitely it's good to get input, and like it's good to get input from us, and it's great to get input off John Gary Gordon. But like I think it's also a really good exercise to figure it out yourself.
That's
I think
true.
it's probably even more important because then you practice figuring out yourself, and then you do it on the fly. Then you do it mid-match. Gabe Souza, Plan A isn't working.
Plan B.
Fuck, I don't have X coach here to tell me what's gonna happen. You figure it out on the fly, you change it up, which you're going to be way harder to beat. You're going to probably beat. You're probably also going to do better like training with guys. You're going to figure guys' games out mid training session, like mid. You know, if a new guy comes to B team, fucking Chinsky or some guy with a specialty, it's a thing to figure out. Like it's not a game plan from someone else to tell me like I want to figure this fucking thing out. I want to see what to do with my foot and my body and my weight and my this and my that to keep myself safe and to, you know, as if I was going to compete against this guy one day.
Say you're competing against Gabe Souza. What would you do differently now that you've competed against him?
So first part of the match, I would pull guard. I would ramp up slowly. I wouldn't.
You came out a little too hot, you think?
I think I came out a little too hot, yeah. And I wouldn't wrestle until I would get a few chances to get on top of him using my guard first. Like enter legs, get on top. Enter legs, get on top. And then I would really try to hold him down. I would try to if I got on top a few times, try to lean on him a little bit. Yeah, more in guard. Try to sitting back on legs if I feel like I'm about to get swept, so that it looks like you're holding the momentum. You're deciding to go down. If you know, just make it look that way at least or something. Then near the very end, if it's a sort of stagnant and I feel like we're kind of neck and neck, who knows what the judges say? All right, then wrestle and push the pace, and then use whatever I have to push the pace. Use whatever I have left in gas to push the pace and try and get on top and finish the job. But that's what I'd do. And I would be a lot more willing to change up
game plans,
what I'm
or
doing,
what you're doing
mid match. Yeah.
You know, I was talking to J-Rod actually just about, we were just talking about competitions in general. He actually doesn't come out with a game plan at all.
That's honestly good too. You're like a blank slate.
What do you guys think? How do you guys go into competition? You guys have a game plan? Do you guys just kind of do whatever?
I think I've kind of done both, where I go in there and I just go react, because I'm not looking at the person. I'm just looking at what they're doing, where their body's at in position. And I think when you grapple like that, it's more intuitive, and you're allowing these reactions to happen instead of thinking. But sometimes it's slower matches where you have that opportunity to think, and I don't know. I understand both. Having a game plan, say, all right, I'm gonna attack it this way. That doesn't work. I'm going to B, then C. Or just going out there and kind of winging it and doing what you've been practicing.
There's definitely pros and cons to both, yeah, for sure. And I'd say that a big pro for not having a game plan, is kind of winging it, is it's gonna be very easy to just change up what you're doing, because you're not stuck to any one game plan. You just shit, that's not working.
There has been times though where I've got stuck in a tunnel vision where I
push out.
I know this works. It's gonna work if I just stick to it. And that also comes to a downfall, because then you're not as dynamic as you usually are.
And every time you try and fail, it gets easier for him to defend it, because it builds his confidence, and he kind of starts to figure it out. You figure out what to do, where you're in danger, and you already know once, oh, this guy tried and failed, I can make him fail again. I can make him fail again. And, yeah. You compete. Do you compete in physics?
Oh yeah, you ever had a physics competition?
How many photons can you?
Yeah,
it's
shoot?
Beating up other physicists.
Yeah,
something like
beat
that.
the shit out of
Yeah.
Have you ever had
my dissertation?
your dissertation?
Yeah, my thesis defense.
Yeah,
I just fucking double-egged my advisor.
Did you ever have to prove that? Did you ever have to prove that you're smarter than another physicist?
Oh God, what is this? Some intellectual death match?
I mean, there's competition in everything you do.
No, it's not so much head to head, right? Going up, you just take classes and shit, right?
Have you ever had to some guy question your?
Yeah, absolutely. So
especially
in grad school, because in grad school for the first year, you're taking these core courses, core curriculum, and it's all graduate level,
sit-ups.
just really intense classes on electromagnetic theory and quantum physics and whatever electives and shit. And the problem sets are so difficult. They take anywhere from 15 to 20 hours, and you have 3 of them a week. It's awful. You're just doing problems. And so you have to collaborate most of the time with other graduate students. So you have all these people grouped up to maybe even a dozen, and they're all working on physics problems. So if you think you have the right approach, you have to win people over. You have to argue and defend it.
Can you give me?
They have the right approach. Yeah.
Sorry, can you give me an example of a physics problem that you have to work out?
Why is light?
Why is like? I mean, is that a legit question?
A problem? What do you mean? Like a
Well,
problem?
you're saying constantly you have these long problems that you have to solve take like 20 hours, right? Like what problems as in what?
Oh yeah, so there's like word problems that are like physics situations, and they're
Okay.
like asking specific work. Like, can you derive this? Can you like show what the probability of this is from
Okay.
occurring? And depending on the situation, like depending on what like it could be like if you're doing like electromagnetism, they could describe like you have this like plate that has like a certain conductance and it has this dimensions, and then you ask what is the electric potential at a distance, blah, from and so you have to like work out the equations for these fields, and yeah, just like shit like that. It's just extensions of like any word problem you get from like physics in high school, but just like digging deeper into like what you're studying. Yeah.
What sparked you? It was high school where you decided you're like, I have to have to be a phys
No, I was in biology.
biology, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna do like genetics. I thought I was gonna do like genetics and evolutionary biology. And I switched majors my second year in college. So I was like originally bio. I didn't have good physics until I went to college. I didn't have good physics in high school. I didn't have good
I still
introduction
don't
to
have
it.
good physics.
Yeah, I just like didn't. It wasn't that engaging, but it was like something I would read about regardless. Just probably read like The Elegant Universe by Brian Greene at a young age where I couldn't really appreciate what the hell he was talking about because it's like string theory and it's kind of fringe, honestly. But it, it's like along the lines with like Stephen Hawkins. Hawking. Wow. Yeah. How did I mess that up? Hey,
It's late.
he has a lot of, like Brief History of Time. It's like a super famous book to like as a gateway to getting interested, where it's like popular science.
Hawking radiation.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Black hole.
Is that his
radiation.
number
Yeah.
one success?
I don't know. That's just
Uh,
one thing I know.
Almost definitely, yeah.
He
Oh,
passed.
really? That's his.
passed.
He died.
Like,
Hawking
yeah, he died,
radiation.
yeah. Hawking
Yeah.
radiation. Black holes evaporating.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys want to call it quits?
Yeah, that's fine.
Think
2 hours?
Did we hit?
Yeah,
Oh,
2
wow.
hours. All right, guys. Thanks for watching Simple Man
You
Podcast.
didn't get simplified this time. You've been complexified. And
Yes. We're sorry if your brain hurts, but
Ours
this
does
is what
as
we're here
well.
for. We're here to
Hurt
help you
your
guys
brain.
get smarter, right?
Yeah.
We're helping the
Sometimes.
simple men.
Huge thank you, Violent Hippie, Massive Supplements.
Violent Hippie Massive Supplements just came out with new Smashin' Reds formula. So try that out.
Is that the one?
That's the old one actually, but Smashin' Reds is a big one. And then they were out
Try
of the
the new one.
creatine for the longest times. I think in the fall they're coming out with a nootropic energy drink. Supposed to be really cool.
New tropical energy drink? Or a
new
nootropic?
nootropic.
Okay.
New nootropic, novel nootropic.
Excellente.
Yeah, kind of energy drink. So definitely check out Massive Supplements. Use code SimpleMan for 10% off. Massive Supplements, Violent Hippie.
Yep.
Anything
All
to
right.
add?
Yeah. I mean, subscribe to the B Team Jiu Jitsu channel. I mean, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. I'd say also check out _Carnet Jerky on Instagram _CARNEJERKY.
Way better than foreskins.
Yeah.
I like how it's an empty bag.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
just the
ate it.
syringe.
Has a secret sauce.
Yeah.
Website coming soon. You guys can shoot us a DM if you want a bag. But website coming soon. Then we're be available to masses.
Sick. All right. Thank you. Who are you?
Thanks for having me. My name is John Papuanu.
You got any plugs or anything?
I apologize for all the brain noise.
No, it's good. We liked it.
You have any plugs?
Like social
Socials
follow
or-
your
Go check out my
YouTube?
Substack. I have a lot of interesting thoughts about Jews, and
There's a lot of interesting
yeah,
things
you
to be
can
said.
find me on Rumble. No, I don't know, nothing. Instagram, but I'm not really doing much.